Harmony. It's nice to meet you. I am Tessa. Your husband Chris is always being nice to me and helping me out with things, you know? Nice to meet you, Tessa. I'm not sure I know a Tessa. Who are you exactly? Oh, no one important, really. Just Chris's girlfriend. Excuse me? Me and Chris have been dating for a year now. You do know he doesn't love you anymore, don't you, honey? Why don't you just break up with him? Who'd want to stay in a loveless relationship like yours? Or are you scared of being alone? Is that it? Tragic. What the hell is this crap all of a sudden? Face it, your relationship's been dead in the water for months now. I find the fact that you guys didn't break up yet totally baffling. Oh wait, could it be because you have a kid together? Who do you think you are, messaging me out of the blue with all this stuff? Who do you think you are? None of this is any of your business. This is between me and Chris, and we'll discuss anything that needs to be discussed as a couple. I'm messaging you because Chris feels trapped and needed help to escape from your psycho clutches, you big dumb moron. Do you understand your position? What makes you think you get to tell me what to do? You're nothing but his lover. All you need to do is pay me the huge sum in compensation you're gonna owe me when I'm done speaking to my lawyer. You've got some nerve coming at me like this out of nowhere with your crazy demands. Exactly, which means all I have to do for this to be over is pay the compensation. We'll be done after that, right? Chris and I have been doing some serious thinking about our future. If paying you to go away is what it takes for us to be together, then it's a small price to pay. Is that so? Oh, by the way, honey, I think maybe you already knew this, but me and Chris are together right now. He fell asleep after eating my home-cooked meal made with love, care, and affection. Now he's passed out on the sofa with the biggest, happiest, cheesiest grin on his face. How are you even messaging me? Did you get my number off his phone while he slept or something? Chris always hated having his phone looked at, you know. Do you really think you have the right to go sneaking around behind his back like this? Don't worry, I get a pass. He told me there's no place he can feel comfortable and relaxed when he's there in that house with you. Apparently being here with me and my delicious food and messages is the only time he can decompress and be free of his cares and worries. So hurry up and break up with him so we can all be done with this. I don't need to hear any of this crap from you. You go poking your nose in where it's not welcome about things you don't understand, and you actually expect me to take you seriously? I know much more than you think I do, girl. For example, how you've done nothing but turn Chris down lately when it comes to steamy fun time between the sheets, right? You're supposed to be a married couple, but you can't even do the bare minimum in fulfilling your natural obligations as a wife? That poor man. It was only a matter of time before he cheated with you, treating him like that. You do realize this is all your fault, right? I don't have to listen to this. I'll talk to Chris about it later. Don't talk like that, Harmony. We're all in this together. Me and you are in the same position here, after all. We both want what's right for Chris, don't we? Me and you in the same position? You're making me want to vomit. Take that back. Oh, my poor baby. You're right. How could I have been so foolish? Okay, I take it back. Chris hates you so much, he can't even bear to be in the same room with you, but he's madly in love with me. You're absolutely right. Our positions couldn't be any more different. You're trying to start a fight with the wrong person here, you know? If you want to say something to anyone, then it should be my husband. Of course I say things to your husband. I say all sorts of things to him when the two of us are alone in bed, dearie. But he did tell me you're frigid, so it's not like I'm lying. Did he really? Yes, so hurry the hell up and break up with him so he can finally be free of you. I know it'll be painful to let go given how possessive and neurotic you are, but you don't have to worry one bit, because with me by his side, he's going to be the happiest man on earth. That's some serious self-confidence you've got there. It's not like it's without good reason. He's really happy now, after all. There is the small issue of you guys having a daughter together, though. He told me about her the other day. Just make sure you don't give him custody of her, okay, honey? Chris and I will be making some babies of our own, so your little brat won't be needed. Don't worry, he definitely won't be getting custody of our daughter. Thank God for that. I'll be sending him home to get everything over with you tomorrow, so make sure you're ready to break up with him when he arrives. Harmony, are you gonna hurry up and file for the divorce or what? You move slower than paint dries. You again? Seriously? What am I supposed to do? I'm obviously gonna message you if you won't divorce him. I have circumstances of my own to deal with. Circumstances? Like what? Having no money? If it's the compensation, Chris said he's willing to pay whatever you claim from us. My circumstances are none of your business. Oh, yes, they are. I'm Chris's girlfriend. How could whatever's stopping you divorcing him and having him all to myself not be my business? I think you mean his lover. That might be what you call it from your position as a sad, jilted, jealous, bitter onlooker. But to me and Chris, who are head over heels in love with each other, we're boyfriend and girlfriend in every real sense of the word. Is that so? By the way, what do you think me and Chris are doing right now? I don't care. You say that, but I bet your imagination's running wild, isn't it? Okay, since you're raring to know, I'll tell you. Are you ready? Here it is. Me and Chris are taking a bath together. Isn't his habit of washing himself from the bottoms of his feet upwards cute? I have never known a guy who does this. Oh, wait, you did know about it, didn't you? You did used to take long romantic soaks in the tub together back when he didn't hate you, right? Is this why you messaged me? Wait a sec, Harmony, you're not feeling jealousy right now, are you? It would be super ironic if you were, 'cause you're the one who was cold and hostile towards him all the time. You have no right to feel like that after all this time. If you didn't want to lose him, maybe you shouldn't have driven him straight into my arms. I have nothing to say to you, Tessa. You are nothing to me. In that case, hurry up and get out of that house and let's all move on from this shit show. That's my plan, whether you tell me to or not, so you can keep your orders to yourself, thanks. I'm giving you orders because I don't believe you. Chris has money after all, right? To a broke loser like you, he was the perfect husband. That's why you've been unable to let go of him all this time, right? Wrong. What's more, you have a job, right? I never did understand that. Like, why would you work when Chris made more than enough money to provide for the both of you? I don't know what's getting into women these days. He told me, about how you were neglecting the household. How could you do that to your family when you have an elementary school-age daughter? That poor girl. If I was blessed with a rich husband like that, which I soon will be, I would have quit my job so I could be a stay-at-home housewife and focus on the home. That's great. Feel free to do whatever you like after we're divorced. Hurry up and frickin' divorce him then. I want to tie the knot on our anniversary next month. Is that so? I hope you make it in time. That depends entirely on you, dummy. I already told you Chris is willing to pay whatever you want in compensation, so what else could we possibly do to move things along? We're stuck here waiting for your slowpoke ass to get a move on. Hurry up and divorce him. An ugly cave troll with no reason to exist like you has no right to rob Chris of even another second of his time. You've stolen enough already. You really are crazy about my husband, huh? It's called love, honey. You wouldn't know. Really? I'm pleased my husband found himself a girl like you. Oh, what's this? Is someone bitter? What a sore loser. You're free to interpret it however you want. I will make one thing clear, though. You seem a little worried that I'm not going to divorce him. But I promise you, me and him are done, and we will be going our separate ways soon enough. Yeah, you're repeating yourself now. Just hurry up and get it over and done with so we can be free of you. Soon it'll be my turn to be happy. You, Miss Cave Troll, and your Cave Troll spawn daughter need to get out of that house pronto. Good morning, Harmony. We just registered to get married. All that awaits me and Chris now is a life of love, fulfillment, and happiness.
Bye-bye, Papa.
Huh? Papa?
Papa? Bye-bye.
Wait a sec. Is that Chris's daughter, Mia?
Yep. Say bye-bye to Papa for me, okay?
Oopsie. Sorry I stole your daddy, little girl. But your papa's gonna be real happy from now on, so you don't need to worry about him one bit. One thing's for sure, he'll be 1,000,000 times happier than he ever was with your mommy.
Me and my mommy are the happy ones.
Aw, you're just like her. I see you're a sore little loser, too. I bet you feel super sad and lonely deep down, though, right? It's okay, I understand. But you should know this was all your mommy's fault. She did this.
My mommy didn't do anything wrong. Besides, I'm not sad or lonely at all.
I guess you are still in elementary school. You're probably too young to understand why this is all your mom's fault.
Don't treat me like a kid. I'm in grade 3 already, so I understand plenty. Life's gonna be hard for you from now on, you hag.
Hag? I'm nothing of the sort. I'm a hell of a lot younger than your mother, that's for sure. She's got skin like a leather sofa.
You're still older than me.
Well, sure, of course I am. You're a kid. Whatever. I need you to tell your mom something for me. Can you do that? Tell her your papa just married the love of his life. Besides, your daddy doesn't ever want to see you again, so you better make damn sure you never try to come visit him. Do I make myself clear, you little brat?
Well, I don't want to see him either, so there.
You really are like your mother, you poor thing. My daughter isn't poor, and she doesn't need your sympathy. Oh, are you back, Harmony? Were you so shocked you had to force your kid to reply to me? She picked up my phone and replied of her own accord while I was on the toilet, that's all. But, wow, Tessa, those messages, I am speechless. The fact you think that's any way to speak to a child tells me all I need to know about you. Why? Because I told her her dad never wants to see her again? But it's the truth. What would you do, have me lie? We couldn't have her holding on to false hopes of having a relationship with her dad again and showing up out of the blue. So I figured the kindest thing to do was to give it to her straight. Think about it. You'd be in an awkward spot yourself if she told you she wanted to see him, right? If she wanted to meet her dad, I'd let her. But to be honest, I think she's better off without that lying, cheating lowlife in her life. Your little girl was putting on a brave face just like you. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. A brave face? No, that's what she really thinks. Is it really? I have my doubts. In any case, it's time for me to enjoy my newfound happiness. Thanks for everything, bitch. Charming. If anything, I should be the one thanking you. Huh? I'm really grateful to you, as is my daughter. Thanks to you, she and I can finally be happy. Happy? You're about to plunge into the depths of hell and poverty together. What could possibly be happy about that? The words happiness and single mother household do not go together. I don't know what your definition of happiness is, but me and Mia are very happy right now. Wow, you really are intent on putting on that bold front right until the very end, huh? Pathetic. If you ask me, this is probably the kind of thing Chris doesn't like about you. Listen, babe, I'll tell you what. Here's some advice for free. If you really want to be happy like I am, then you need to start working harder to be loved. My sage words are probably wasted on a beat-up old hag like you, but oh well, I tried. Harmony, you have to help me. I don't know what to do. Huh? Who are you? It's me, Tessa. We were messaging all the time a little while ago. Surely you remember me. Sorry, I deleted all unnecessary contacts, so I don't know who you are. Oh, come on. I know there's no way you'd forget. You know why I'm messaging you like this, don't you? Sorry, I have absolutely no idea. It's about Chris. He was so kind at first, but he turned into a different person as soon as we got married. I barely recognize him now. He even hits me sometimes when he drinks, and that's not all. He's in debt. Yep. I see you finally met my real ex-husband. He always did have a habit of spending twice what he earned. Wait, what? You knew the whole time? Why didn't you tell me? I had no idea he was like this. He's a man with two faces. You're probably better off giving up on him. Believe me, I want to, but he threatened to post naked pictures of me online if I ever leave him. He won't let me stay at my parents'. He won't even let me talk to my friends. I feel so trapped. Oh my God, Harmony, you have to help me. Yep, that sounds about right. With me, he threatened to hurt our daughter if I ever disobeyed him. He only seems like a good guy on the surface. When I told people what he was doing to me, he started spreading rumors that I was mental and needed to be institutionalized. He made everyone think I was crazy. That's who he really is. I can't live like this. When I said I wanted to become a stay-at-home housewife, he punched me in the face. He said I had to work forever. Yep, same here. He was adamant I worked as many jobs as possible because he couldn't keep up with his debt repayments on just his salary alone. As you well know, he's as irresponsible with money as they come. His spending is so out of control, he doesn't stop at the money he owns either. After going into so much debt, the loan shark started refusing him. He started shoplifting and selling the stuff he stole to people on the streets in the rough parts of town. Oh my God, this is why you said you and Mia were happy back when we were messaging before, isn't it? Yep. I was worried you might figure out what I was hinting at back when you saw my daughter's replies and escape while you still had a chance. But it would appear you interpreted it differently and proceeded to march blindly into an abusive relationship with one of the biggest scumbags ever to walk the face of the earth. I can't tell you how grateful I am for freeing me and my daughter from that psycho's clutches. Thanks, Tessa. Thanks to you, me and Mia can finally live in safety with happiness and peace of mind. I don't need a scumbag like that in my life. Oh my God, you guys can have him back. Nope, we don't want him. We are absolutely never having anything to do with him again for as long as we live. I tolerated 10 long years under the same roof as him. Why would I willingly go back to that after finally escaping? I'm so sorry. I was in the wrong all along. I'm sorry for all those arrogant, hurtful things I said to you and your daughter. Please, I'm begging you. You have to help me. I just got married. This should be the happiest time of my life. And yet, here I am in the depths of hell, and you're the only person I can talk to about it. I'm scared, Harmony, so scared. I have no idea what he'll do to me if I try talking to my parents about this, let alone the cops. Scary, isn't it? You understand how I feel, don't you? I know what it feels like to be subjected to Chris's abuse, but I have no idea what made you so desperate to be with a man like him that you were willing to have an affair to obtain him. Plus, I'll never forget the horrible things you said to my daughter. I only said that in self-defense. Besides, it's not like your daughter cared about him, so she wasn't upset at all, right? No harm done. That she wasn't upset isn't the point. The point is that you told her her dad never wanted to see her again precisely because you thought it would upset her. But the truth of it is, we're the ones who never want to see him again. I'm so sorry. I'll apologize to Mia, too. Just give me a chance, please. I need you to help me come up with a way out. Why would I help the woman my husband had an affair with? Because if not for me, you would never have been able to escape. Sure, that may be true, but you still said it was my fault he cheated. You still gave me live updates on the affair to make sure I got hurt as much as possible. You went out of your way to insult, harass, and abuse me at every opportunity. You only have yourself to blame for the mess you're in now. You made your bed, now lie in it. So what are you saying, that I carry on being his slave and human punching bag? I'm sorry to say it, Tessa, but that's what's best for me and my daughter, so yes. Oh my God, you are heartless. You're human trash. So as long as you're all right, that's all that matters, even though I'm in such a desperate situation? I couldn't give a single solitary heck about what happens to the low-life, gutter-crawling whore my husband was screwing behind my back. But I only went with him because he tricked me. I thought you were going to be happy when you married my ex-husband. I thought my daughter and I were going to plunge into the depths of hell together. I thought a single-mother household could never be happy. You did say all those things, didn't you? I take it all back. I was foolish and short-sighted. Please, I'm begging you. If you know of any way I can escape from Chris, I need you to tell me. Let's see. Aha, I know. Maybe if you put up with the abuse for 10 years, he'll get bored of you once you lose your youth and good looks. Just pray that when he does, he'll toss you aside and move on to someone else. Who knows? When you do, you might end up getting a bunch of weird messages from his deranged lover. After that, I blocked Tessa, resolving to put that dark period in my life behind me once and for all. She did message me from another number a few times, begging for help, seemingly genuinely terrified about what my psycho ex-husband might do to her next. But I couldn't risk him getting wind of the fact we'd been messaging each other and come after me again, so I just ignored her. I don't have an ounce of sympathy for Tessa. I have no obligations to help her, and I can't risk that lunatic Chris setting his sights on me again after everything he's put me through during those long 10 years. My ex-husband really is a crafty, evil human being. Something tells me that now that he has Tessa in his clutches, he won't be letting her go for a very, very long time. He owes crazy amounts of money and debt repayments too, so between constantly being forced to work and being abused every time she comes home, far from happiness, a life of misery and despair is all that awaits her. He already forced her to cover all the compensation he owed me, so it seems she really is set to plunge to the depths of financial hell alongside him. As for me and my daughter, we moved out of town immediately after the divorce. Where did we go, you ask? Nuh-uh, that's a secret. But I can assure you it's somewhere Chris will never, ever be able to find us. But just to be safe, I went to the cops with proof of everything he'd done to me and had a restraining order put out against him. I can't tell you how grateful I am that me and my daughter are finally free of his abuse and exploitation. And I'll do everything in my power to ensure that we never have to live that life again. Now, Mia smiles more than ever, and she's loving every single day of her life. I'm committed to making her as happy as possible. And you know what? I have a feeling things can only get better from here on out. She and I are going to make so many fun memories together that, before long, she won't even remember her low-life ex-dad.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yo, Larissa! How you been lately, girl? How's my favorite sister-in-law doing? Hey, Bethann. Lately? Just the usual, really. I haven't been up to much. I don't mean that. I mean, do you have a boyfriend yet? No, I don't have a boyfriend yet. Oh, Larissa, you poor, poor thing. Do you really think you can keep going on like this? This is no way for a woman of your age to be living. What's the point in rushing after all this time? It can't be helped. You might be too old to get pregnant now, but there's no reason you can't at least get married. You don't want to be lonely in your old age, do you? Well, no, not really, but still. Hey, wait a sec. Is the reason you're coming at me with all this stuff because you think you guys are going to end up having to care for me when I'm too old to look after myself? Well, think about it, sweetie pie. You do still live with Mommy and Daddy, and me and Reginald have kids of our own now, so we can hardly afford to have to change your diapers when you get old. Change my diapers? Jeez, Bethann, what are you talking about? Talk about being overly dramatic, sheesh. I assure you, you'll never have to worry about looking after me. I have plenty of retirement money saved up, so you can just forget about all this and stop worrying. Larissa, now you listen to me and you listen to me good. Your parents or your brother, Reginald, my husband, might not have the nerve to say this to you, but you're over-relying on your parents. It's time to grow up. Is that so? Reginald's 8 years your senior, and I think your parents spoil you because you're their youngest. But you're over 30 now, sweetie pie. No matter which way you look at it, it's time to pull your bootstraps up and get your life together. I know independence is scary, but you have to fly the nest at some point. And there was me thinking I already was independent. Oops, forgive me for that, sweetie pie. You caught me off guard. How exactly are you independent? You might have that job you do on your computer, but you still live with your parents. Yes, that's right. Wait a sec. You don't actually think working from home constitutes a real job, do you? You do understand that in the eyes of the world, you're nothing but an unemployed hermit loser, right? Who cares what the world thinks? The bottom line is I make enough money to support myself and pay the rent here. I even help you cover Joseph's college fund, don't I? I can see you're awfully worried about me, but I can assure you I'm not struggling at all, so please stop. Wow, so you chip in a little here and there for my son's college fund. Whoop-de-doodle-doo. What do you want, a medal? Okay, so even if we accept, for argument's sake, that things are okay now, who's to say how you'll be doing in 5 or 10 years? It's time you had a long, hard think about your future, pumpkin pie. You need to bag yourself a man with a stable job soon, before it's too late. Sure, it'd be nice if I met someone. You say that, but you're not even trying. You can't seriously think you have time to be sitting around doing nothing at your ripe old age. You won't be able to find a husband if you wait much longer. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. You really are the most naively optimistic, delusional woman I've ever met. I'm not saying these things to be mean or insensitive. I just want what's best for you. I see. Think about it. Your dad's health isn't great, and he's sure to need care one day, right? And get this, he told me the thought of you still being a lonely old spinster from when that time comes makes him frightfully anxious. You simply cannot go on like this, my dear. Something tells me my dad didn't refer to me as a lonely old spinster, but whatever, Beth Ann, you can say what you like. Anyway, let me get this straight. What you're saying is that, basically, you and Reginald want to live with my parents and care for them in their old age? No, actually, that's not what I'm saying at all. But if you don't get your life together soon, they're inevitably going to end up relying on me and your brother. And another thing, why the hell do you need 2 rooms all to yourself in that house? Because I use one as a study and one as a bedroom. You think you have a right to everything in that damn house just because it belongs to your mommy and daddy, don't you? Were you raised with no discipline whatsoever? I've never known anyone so spoiled. The bottom line here is that you need to find a man to put a ring on your finger and get your life in order as soon as possible, because I can assure you, sweetiekins, time waits for no woman. I can't think of anything more tragic or miserable than an old unmarried woman spending her retirement all on her own. And your arbitrary assumptions should matter to me. Why exactly? Do not give me attitude, woman. I am going out of my way to help you here. In fact, I was kind enough to use my free time to find some dating sites and marriage agencies for you to try out. So I need you to put some effort into finding a man on your end, too. Do I make myself clear? You better do what I say. Remember, my sweet little pumpkin pie, I only have your best interests at heart here. I'd never do anything if I didn't think it was what you needed. Larissa, how's the husband hunting going? Did you register on the marriage websites I sent you? It's been over a week now. Surely you have some dates lined up by now. Sorry, I've been busy with work and didn't really get a chance to look. What? This is much more important than work. Look, I can tell you're passionate about my love life, but it's not like I'm obsessed with the idea of finding a man right now. So I'd appreciate it if you'd let me do this at my own pace. Even though I'm giving you all this help for free? How dare you throw my kindness back in my face? Sorry. You really are a nasty piece of work, aren't you, Missy? What did I expect? You are an unmarried old hag in your 30s that's bound to make anyone bitter. I guess it can't be helped. Fine, have it your way. I'll give up on helping you find a man. I only have one thing to ask of you. Will you hear me out? Something to ask of me? What is it? Listen, the thing is, Joseph has told me and Reginald he wants to go to France as an exchange student. So, would you mind doing us a huge favor and asking your parents if they'll help out with some money? I think you'd be better off asking them directly yourselves. Your brother keeps stubbornly refusing. He flipped out at me when I asked, accusing me of trying to waste your parents' retirement fund. But if you ask them, they're bound to help out, right? I don't know why, but they seem to really like you. So please, sweetie, won't you do this for my darling, precious Joseph? You know he'd love you forever and ever if you helped him achieve his dream of going to France. When you say exchange, do you mean short term? How long would he be there for? No, he wants to live there for a year. That's a long time. I somehow doubt my parents would be willing to pay for that even if I asked them. Besides, if my brother's against it, what right do I have to go sticking my nose in? So, what are you saying? That your nephew should give up on his dream? If you are so desperate to send him to France, how about you encourage him to get a part-time job and save up for the trip himself? There'd be no harm in him waiting a few years, and if he could learn the importance of hard working and saving before he went, he'd be in a really good spot to start his new life of independence in a foreign country. No, I want him to go while he's still a student. But it's not mine or my parents' job to realize your dreams. Goodness me, you really are cold. It's not like I'm asking you to lend us money, is it? No, but I'm pretty sure I'd be the one who ended up paying. Ugh, I see you still insist on talking absolute nonsense. It saddens me to see a fully grown woman making what should be a simple conversation so needlessly complicated. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Listen, Larissa, won't you just ask them for me? Won't you just try once? If they say no, I'll never mention it again. Surely that's the least you can do for me. Look, Bethann, I wouldn't normally bring this up, but I feel like you forced my hand. Joseph hasn't been studying at all since he went to college, has he? I hear all he does is go out partying and smoking weed with his friends. I'd have to be a sandwich short of a picnic to lend him so much money given his current priorities. I think you should seriously consider whether he actually needs this money or whether it's even appropriate for him to have it in the first place given his behavior lately before pressuring me for financial support. But he told me his dream is to learn French. Helping your children realize their dreams is a parent's duty, is it not? That's why I'm asking you. Can't you see I'm desperate? Exactly. It's a parent's duty. I am not Joseph's mom. Figure it out yourself. Wait a sec. Are you doing this to punish me because you're bitter about not having any children of your own? Excuse me? You're doing this because I got married and had a son while I was still young, aren't you? You're jealous, aren't you? I'm really not. It's fine, I understand. It's only natural you'd act this way, given your situation. You're nothing but a sad, childless, bitter old woman trying to convince yourself you made the right choices by acting like you're above me. It'll be practically impossible for you to have children at your age, after all. If, by some miracle, you did manage to conceive, the baby would probably come out all weird and deformed. That's why you're so cold towards my Joseph, isn't it? Normally aunts spoil their nephews, but to you, he represents what could have been had you not been so hopelessly ignorant of the realities of being a woman. I spoil him in my own way, Bethann. I just draw the line at year-long study expeditions to France. He is becoming a little cocky these days, though. Aha! There it is. You won't ask your parents because you're jealous. It's as plain as day. No, like I already told you, you're wrong. You really are the most useless person I have ever met. Anyone would think you'd be more than willing to help out, given that your fate as excess baggage is more or less a guarantee at this point. Mark my words, Missy, no one will be around to help you if you carry on being this nasty and insensitive for much longer. I don't need anyone to help me. You might be able to get away with this atrocious attitude of yours while Mommy and Daddy are still around to keep a roof over your head. You're only doing this because you don't yet understand the harsh realities of life, but I promise you, one day you will. Me and your brother will absolutely not be looking after the hag in the kids' bedroom, ever. Huh? The hag in the kids' bedroom? Is that supposed to be me? Duh, of course it is, doofus. Joseph told me the other day. It's what kids these days are calling tragic old women like you who never leave their parents' house, apparently. I see. You know, old, single, barren wastelands like you. The only value in you existing now is to help me invest in my son's future. Because it's our duty as humans to breed, multiply, and care for our offspring. It's about time you woke up and smelled the coffee. Larissa, you're the garbage of society. Larissa, you said something to your parents, didn't you? By any chance, are you talking about the money to send Joseph to France for study? I knew it, so you did say something. I didn't say a thing. How can that be? I can't believe my boy finally mustered up the courage to ask his grandparents for the money himself, only for them to go and ask you for it instead? That's because my mom and dad can't afford to help him. He needs $40K after all, right? It's hardly pocket change you're asking for here, Beth Ann. That's a lot of money. I'm not sure why you seem to think my parents have the stuff growing on trees, but they don't. Surely you have some savings stashed away somewhere. I have seen how luxurious your house is. Don't try and pull the wool over my eyes. We live in an aging society now. Life expectancy is up, and I have no idea how long my mom and dad are going to be around. So looking after them during their retirement is a big source of worry for me. Old people get old. It's what they do. This is why the economy's in the shitter, because of tightwads like you sitting on big piles of cash and not spending anything. Look, if you think you'll be able to pay me back, I am happy to give you a loan. But you wouldn't be able to do that, would you? You're horrible. You've got all that money, but you do nothing but hog it to yourself. Why are you so obsessed with pushing this issue in the first place? You know my brother's against it. I think you should be hashing it out between the two of you before making absurd demands of me, given that you are his parents and all. If you have a favor to ask of me, then I'd appreciate if you did it through the proper channels. You think the fact you help pay for my son's college fund gives you the right to talk down to me? You shut your goddamn mouth. You only give us pocket change anyways. You might not admit it, but I know it's been your dad helping out with his college fund all along. Do you still actually think that? Fine, I'll stop the payments. And what gives you the right to decide what to do with your dad's money? You've got some serious attitude for an unshaven little shut-in hermit living on mommy and daddy's kindness. Know your place. Reading your messages is making me cringe like hell, so you're gonna stop with this bullcrap right now, okay? Beth Ann, I don't know how many times I need to tell you this, but I'm the one paying for Joseph's college fund. I covered the $7,500 for the entry fee, as well as an extra $4,000 this year. You and my brother haven't even contributed a cent. Stop lying, Larissa. It's pathetic. I don't care whether you believe me. The payments for the classes for his last semester will be due soon. But like I just said, I'll be cutting off the payments. Oh, I get it. You're gonna run off with some cooked-up story and tattle on me to your parents so they stop the payments, aren't you? Nope. I most definitely won't be saying a word to either of them because I have no need to. I hope you don't come complaining to me when the money dries up and you realize you can't keep up with the payments anymore. I was only helping out of good faith. But you and Joseph threw it back in my face. You forced my hand with your awful attitudes. You guys are the only ones who need to know your place, and something tells me you will. Very soon. Larissa, there's, a little something I need to talk to you about. What do you want? Is it true you're the one who paid to have your mom and dad's house built? Yep. So does that mean it really was you paying for Joseph's college fund this whole time? The penny finally dropped, huh? Me and my family told you 1,000,000 times over, so I'm surprised it took so long, but I guess better late than never. But I had no idea a woman in her mid-30s like you could be capable of doing all those things. I'm sorry. I swear, I just thought your family was spoiling you out of pity. I got it wrong, Larissa. I'm sorry. Your mom told me all about how you do stocks and shares, crypto, and what was the other one? Drop shipping? She even showed me your PeepsTube channel, the Side Hustle Queen. I thought I was seeing things when I saw your sub count. Wow. I just want to make it clear that I am really, really sorry for all the rude stuff I said to you. I already decided I'm going to cut you guys out of my life, so you can keep your apologies. I won't stop you having anything to do with my parents, but if you do, make sure you do it somewhere else, because you're officially banned from entering my house ever again. Joseph will be dropping out of college, too. I've filed for reimbursements on everything I paid for the rest of his time there.
Don't even say things like that. We're family, right?
Joseph's attitude completely changed when he found out his Aunt Larissa had some money. Actually, he said he wants to apologize to you. Actually, the last message I got from Joseph said, "Listen to me, you old hag. Tell my dork loser granddad to gimme my money now."
Don't mind that. He just made a misunderstanding, that's all.
You did a really good job of raising him, huh? He is just like his mom.
I'm really, really sorry. I'll give him a firm telling off for this, I promise.
The reason you couldn't afford to get him into college or keep up with the payments in the first place was because of your wasteful spending habits, wasn't it? My brother told me everything. He said he discovered you were in mountains of debt just before Joseph graduated high school. That's where his savings disappeared to. He used them to get you out of debt, right?
Wait, what? Reginald told you that?
Of course he did. I was paying for your kid's college fund. Did you think he was going to lie to me? I had a right to know why my brother couldn't pay himself.
Listen, I don't know what got into me back then. I'm living sensibly now, I promise.
My brother doesn't seem to see it that way.
What?
I told him he doesn't have to bother paying me back for the stuff I couldn't get reimbursed on. But he insisted. He promised to pay me back no matter how long it takes. That's why he set up a separate bank account for monthly repayments on my savings, isn't it?
Well, yes.
And you've been spending that money too, haven't you? My brother knows everything.
No, it's not like that. It's not like I'm wasting it. I just make tiny withdrawals here and there when we can't afford groceries or utilities, that's all.
If that was true, why would you hide it from my brother?
But because of all the stuff with the debt before, it was difficult for me to tell him we were in the red with the household costs after everything that happened.
Difficult or not, he still had a right to know, and you should have told him. Apparently, he's so sick and tired of you repeating the same old crap that he's considering divorce.
What? Divorce?
He told me he thought about it last time when he found out about the debt, too, but decided against it. I guess he must have thought he saw something in you. He knows he was wrong now, though. He said you helping yourself to his bank account was the last straw. Think about it from his perspective. He'll never have any money, no matter how much he saves, as long as he's married to you, will he? And that's not all. You were plotting to scheme and contrive your way into living with our parents, weren't you?
No, I just wanted to help them somehow.
Drop the act already, Beth Ann. I know you had your sights on the house. They told me how you kept incessantly asking them to let you move in. That's the real reason you kept pestering me to look for a husband and move out, isn't it? I was an obstacle in the way of your sinister little plan, and you needed me out of the house at all costs.
Larissa, I'm sorry. I can't believe I was so wrong about so many things.
You've done nothing but take advantage of me and my family's goodwill since you got your claws into my brother. We're not going to let you get away with it for a second longer. If you're so desperate for your son to go back to college, then I suggest you find a job and pay for it yourself.
No, please, I swear I'll never ask for the France money ever again. I'll never cause you trouble again for as long as I live. Please, I am begging you to forgive me. If you forgive me, Reginald might change his mind on the divorce.
This is all your fault, Beth Ann. You made your bed, now lie in it. I'll never forget how disgracefully you treated me and my family. I think giving birth to a child is an amazing thing, but you only have yourself to blame for not being able to afford his college fees. How about you take a long, hard look in the mirror and tell me which one of us is really the garbage of society? At the very least, the only person in my brother's household that's useless is you. Immediately after that, my brother and his wayward wife started living separately as he made the preparations for the divorce. Even after my brother was kind enough to pay off her debts, she kept spending like some high-flying socialite while stealing money from his savings account behind his back. She might have had him fooled for a while, but in reality, she never changed a bit. She thought she could get away with it because she falsely believed my parents were covering my nephew's college fees. Joseph didn't know the truth either because he blindly believed whatever his pathological liar of a mother told him. He even went as far as being cocky with me. When he found out the truth, he showed up at the house in person, got down on his knees, and apologized. He gave up on study abroad in France and promised to focus solely and single-mindedly on his studies for the time being. He seemed sincere, so I decided to believe in him and give him one more chance. But I made it clear that if he ever got an attitude with me or slacked off with his studies again, I'd stop the payments in a heartbeat. It looks like Joseph's going to be staying with my brother, so Beth Ann's going to be all on her own. I find it hard to have any sympathy for a woman who destroyed a happy family due to her own unquenchable greed and selfishness. I never want to see or hear from her again for as long as I live. There's nothing quite as sad as seeing someone treat those who should be the most important to them in the world like crap. I was called lazy, unproductive, and useless for being single. But in spite of that, I still did everything I could to enrich the lives of my family in whatever way I could. This whole thing taught me that some people are beyond saving, and that sometimes you gotta make a bold decision to look out for yourself and your loved ones. My goal from here on out is to focus on my own happiness a little more, and to live life at my own leisurely pace.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey James, you there? You did send the suit you'll be wearing for your little sister's wedding out for cleaning, didn't you?
Sure I did. It's probably being washed as we speak. I took it to the specialist suit cleaning place 2 blocks away this morning.
Right. I saw it without the cover on before I left this morning, so I thought you might be getting ready to have it done.
Yeah, we're all good on the suit front. How are things shaping up on your end? You get your dress ready yet?
Yep. I'm gonna wear the one I wore to my friend's wedding last year.
You're not gonna buy a new one this time? You usually buy a new dress for every wedding you go to.
Yeah, well, I decided to stop being so wasteful with money. You got mad at me for spending so irresponsibly before, right? Well, I turned over a new leaf.
Actually, now that I mention it, you don't seem to have been spending much lately.
I stopped going out for meals and drinkies with the girls as often, and I stopped buying branded accessories and clothing altogether. Aren't I amazing?
You sure are. Your purse strings were definitely a little on the loose side before.
I realized I was spending hundreds of dollars a month on things I had literally no need for.
Right. I seriously thought we were gonna go bankrupt for a while.
Thinking back on it now, I feel kinda guilty for how silly I was being. I made a resolution, James. I'm going to become a wife you can be proud of from here on out. I promise to never spend so recklessly again.
Wow, I'm really pleased to hear that, babe. You know, it's not easy for people to change at the drop of a hat like that. You must be really serious. What brought this on?
I don't like the thought of cracks forming in our relationship due to my behavior, especially when it's stuff I can so easily stop doing. To be totally honest, we had been fighting more often than usual, right? I realized something had to give, and I wasn't going to allow it to be our marriage.
That's great. It's really big of you to self-reflect and apologize like this, Angelica. If we're gonna do this, I guess I haven't exactly been the model husband either. I know I can be like a dog like a bone when I go into self-righteous critic mode. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, really. This was all me. Let's get along from here on out, right?
Yeah, let's. I guess you don't really get marriages without any arguments, though. You fight, you make up, you fight, you make up. It's the eternal cycle, right?
You're right. My mom and dad sometimes fight too, even now at their ripe old age. But I feel like our bond grows stronger every time we fight.
I get what you mean. There's a certain sense of confidence that comes along with overcoming a problem and moving forward as a team, right?
I don't think we're the kind of couple that would break up over a poxy little argument. I wonder if your little sis knows she has all this exciting stuff waiting in store for her after tying the knot. I'm sure she'll have all kinds of issues with her new husband, but hopefully they can overcome them together like me and you always do.
No kidding. Not to mention that she's pregnant. I bet that comes along with its own unique set of challenges.
Yeah, I almost spat my coffee out when you told me he popped the question after the test came in positive. I think it's what they call a shotgun marriage.
Speaking of pregnancy, that reminds me. What should we do about the wedding gift? I was thinking of going the extra mile and making it a big one to include our congratulations to the pregnancy too.
You took the words right out of my mouth, babe. I definitely think that's for the best. Their outgoings are about to skyrocket, so they need all the support they can get.
But if we do, they might think we're trying to spoil them out of pity due to the impending dip in their finances.
Don't be silly, sweetie. They'll be nothing but grateful. She might be your sister, but she's so much younger than you. She could be your daughter. I think that's just your personal paternal protective instinct speaking.
You might just be right. Normally that'd fall to her actual dad, but what with our pops not being around anymore and all, I'd be lying if I said I didn't sometimes feel like a stepdad to her. I guess there's a part of me that wants to help her out as much as I can.
How much are you thinking of spending?
Somewhere around $7,500?
Whoa, you weren't kidding. That's really a lot.
Don't worry, it'll all be coming out of my savings. I've been saving up slowly but steadily ever since I got my first job back when I was a teenager. I always kind of wanted to splash out on something nice for my mom or sister one day.
That's amazing. Your family really are important to you, huh, babe? I've known family people before, but never met anyone who'd shell out a whooping $7,500 for their little sister's wedding. That's impressive, honey.
I feel like I don't spend enough money on her. I only have one sister, right? I want to put a big smile on her face. This one's going to be more like a farewell gift, but actually, now that I think about it, getting her a $7,500 gift might be risky. What if she doesn't like it? Actually, I think I'm just going to give her it in cash form instead. Can I leave it up to you to find something to put the money in? Maybe a suitcase? I know we might look like drug dealers at the wedding, but it can't be helped if I'm going to give her that much.
Sure thing.
You know, it's a funny feeling. I always thought of my little sister as a kid, but she's finally growing up and building a life for herself. Is this how parents feel when their kids fly the nest?
Are you sad, honey?
No way, I ain't sad. I just hope things go well for her and her husband.
He seems like a kind man. I'm sure they'll be fine. Besides, they're so loved up, it's embarrassing to watch them. Something tells me you have nothing to worry about. How about you use this as an opportunity to become a little less attached to your little sister?
That's kind of the plan. But you know what? I think you're right. Those teams seem like they'll be able to overcome anything together. Angelica, you there? Is now a good time? There's a little something I'd like to talk to you about.
Huh? What is it? Did something happen?
What happened to my sister's wedding gift money? My sister said the suitcase for her wedding gift money was empty.
Huh? Really? That's strange.
How could you possibly not have noticed the suitcase you gave her was empty? I did give you the $7,500, didn't I? You better go and give it to her first thing tomorrow. I just withdrew another $7,500 for the time being.
All right, got it.
Are you being serious? You actually don't know where it went.
I swear, baby, I don't know anything.
Based on what my sister tells me, it seems impossible that it could have been stolen. She said the suitcase was locked in a separate room with all of the other gifts that only one member of staff at the wedding hall had the key for.
This is only a guess, but I think maybe I forgot to put the money in the suitcase. Sorry.
Wait, what? You forgot to put it in. How's that even possible? We're not just talking a few dollar bills here, Angelica. That was a lot of money I gave you. Surely you'd know straight away from the weight of the suitcase if there was no money inside.
I guess it was just a careless mistake, but you're right. I should have noticed. I guess I must have been tired.
How about you try telling me the truth?
The truth? What's that supposed to mean?
You know what? I did think you were acting strange before the wedding. Are you hiding something from me?
I wasn't acting strange at all.
Bull, you seemed on edge, like you were paranoid about something. Your face had no color and you seemed anxious. Go on. Out with it. What's going on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do realize that if the money's been stolen, you're the only one who could have done it. This isn't an amount of money you forget to put in a suitcase. Where the hell is my $7,500? You better come clean with me ASAP, Angelica.
It's gone.
Excuse me? It's gone.
The money is gone, but I'll pay you back one day, I swear.
How the hell could it be gone? Explain yourself. Money doesn't suddenly just disappear. Did you spend it?
No way, I didn't spend any of it. That's the last thing I'd do.
Then where the hell did it disappear to? You tried to trick my sister by handing her an empty suitcase, didn't you? Did you seriously think you were going to be able to pull the wool over our eyes? You are a moron if you ever thought you were going to get away with this.
Look, James, to tell you the truth, my financial situation wasn't looking great before the wedding. But at the same time, it's not like not handing your sis the suitcase was an option. I fully intended on giving her the money afterwards, I swear. I didn't know what else to do. So I pretended I forgot to put the money in.
What the hell is this?
I'm begging you, please, give me a little more time to come up with the cash back to pay you.
Are you going to tell me what the hell you did with it or not?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that.
None of what you're saying makes any goddamn sense.
I'm sorry, I swear I'll pay you back. Please, just give me some time.
I can't believe this is happening. I've had enough of this crap. I'm going to head over to my sister and her husband's place after work to hand over the money I withdrew today myself in person. I can't trust you anymore. I just gave my sister the money.
Thanks.
Turns out she had her suspicions about you too. She thought it was weird that you gave her an empty suitcase, so she put two and two together and figured maybe you stole the contents. Given your complete lack of openness and honesty on the subject, I have no choice but to believe that's what you did too.
I'm sorry, but I swear, James, I didn't spend the money. You have to believe me.
Like I said, I can't trust a word you say anymore. All that crap about you giving up on your wasteful spending habits was a barefaced lie, wasn't it? I bet you couldn't resist putting your hands on the money in the suitcase, could you?
No, like I told you, I turned over a new leaf. I'm a different person now. I haven't wasted any money in ages now. If you don't believe me, how about you check our bank accounts and the accounting book in the study?
Quit being so vague and evasive and tell me the truth now. How do you expect me to believe you when you can't even be honest with me? Get real, goddammit.
Fine, I'll tell you. The truth is, I gave my money to my friend. She was struggling in a bad way financially, and I wanted to help her in any way I could.
Who the heck do you think you are? That wasn't your money to give away. I want to talk to your friend. Give me her number, now.
I can't.
Why not?
Because she thinks it's hers now. I didn't tell her where it came from. It wouldn't be fair on her to have a deal with all this.
You're lying.
What?
If that was really the reason, you wouldn't have tried so desperately to hide it from me. Don't try and deceive me with your pathetic lies. You should know that if you carry on refusing to be honest with me, divorce is on the table. I mean it, Angelica. I'll do it.
Divorce? You can't be serious.
Of course I'm serious. You're delusional if you think I'm about to spend the rest of my life with a woman who steals my money and won't even come clean about what she did with it. I'd never have peace of mind again if I stayed married to you.
Fine, I'll get it. I'll tell you, just don't divorce me.
I'll make that decision once I know what you did with the money.
I'm telling the truth, James. I didn't spend the money. The money got stolen.
Stolen? When?
Right before the wedding, the day you stayed late at the office.
If it got stolen, why wouldn't you tell me as soon as it happened? Did you have a reason not to tell me?
There was no way I could tell you, because the place it got stolen was... Well, the place it got stolen...
Where the hell did it get stolen? You mean you were somewhere other than the house?
At a hotel.
A hotel? What would you be doing at a hotel? You're home when I got back from work.
I was there on a day trip. I didn't stay the night.
On your own?
I was with an acquaintance. That acquaintance is the one who stole your money.
Wait a sec. Why would you be at a hotel with an acquaintance?
To tell you the truth, they weren't just an acquaintance.
Was it a dude?
Yes.
Now I get it. Everything finally clicks into place. So that's why you've been tiptoeing around the truth this whole time.
The suitcase with the money was still in my car when I drove to the hotel. I had no idea he'd steal it. I completely let my guard down.
So let me get this straight. Basically, you're cheating on me, and your lover just stole $7,500 of my money.
Yes, that's right.
Some people are irredeemable wastes of space.
Right? I didn't think he was like that at all.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, you meant me?
You know what? I think this is even worse than if you had just have spent the money yourself. I'd be pissed off, but I wouldn't feel so damn betrayed. I can't believe you're cheating on me. You're a disgrace.
I tried to get him to give me back the money, but he refused. But I promise you, baby, I'll come up with it somehow, some way.
Don't baby me, you vile traitor. It sounds like you and this thieving scumbag lover of yours are just perfect for each other. This is theft. Plain and simple. Why didn't you threaten to report him to the cops?
I didn't tell him to give it back, but when I did, he threatened to tell you about the affair. I got scared, so I backed down. But none of that matters now, because you know everything. Don't worry, I'll do whatever I have to get that money back. I'll prove how sorry I am.
Forget it, I'll speak to him myself. Better send me his number real soon.
Thank you. I'm so sorry for causing you all this trouble.
You're unbelievable. I'll never be able to trust you with anything again for as long as I live. I'll settle this myself.
I know nothing I say will change the fact that I cheated, but will you at least let me explain?
Explain? What is there to explain?
I want you to know that I didn't cheat because I don't love you or because I wasn't happy with our marriage.
So why did you?
Well, you know how I stopped spending money recently. I was so stressed by not being able to go out on shopping trips, and I guess the build-up just became too much to handle, and my anxiety got really bad. I needed a way to vent my frustrations.
That's it? Did it work? Did cheating on me reduce your stress levels?
This is gonna sound bad, but yes.
At last, finally some honesty. The fact you seem to think this somehow clears you of responsibility for the affair makes me feel even more disgusted with you than I thought was possible. Cheating on me is 1,000,000 times worse than being irresponsible with money.
Really? Don't you think wasting money is worse?
You might think so, but I sure as heck don't. To me, only one of the two is completely unforgivable, and it's not the spending.
James, why won't you come home? Where are you right now?
Because I don't want to see your face.
We need to talk.
I have nothing to say to you.
Why not?
I spoke to a lawyer about the money that got stolen. To be more specific, I spoke to an old buddy from school who runs his own law firm now.
Did you manage to get in touch with my acquaintance?
Yeah. He started crapping his pants the moment I mentioned the word lawyer and paid me back every last cent.
Wait, you met him?
Yep, I told him to come meet me. Oh, and by the way, he said he never wants to see you again. He was a pathetic, sniveling coward.
I see.
You upset that you'll never see him again?
No way! He was nothing but a cheap fling to me. I was disgusted enough with him for stealing the money, so I was done with him anyway.
Really? You see, I wouldn't particularly care if you and him carried on with your sordid little affair. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be an affair anymore. You could finally come out and show the world what a pair of vile lowlives you are, right? Actually, I've got a great idea. How about you guys get married after me and you are divorced?
What are you talking about, James? I'm your wife. Why would I leave you and marry a loser like him?
To be totally honest with you, I feel absolutely nothing for you anymore. There is no way we can go back to how things were after what you did.
You're upset about the affair, aren't you? I guess it's only natural you would be. I'm being serious when I say he was nothing but a cheap fling, you know. There were no feelings involved. I loved you more than anyone or anything. In that sense, nothing had changed, because that's how I've always felt about you.
Whether he was a cheap fling or not, or whether you had feelings for him or not, is totally irrelevant. I'm done with you for the fact that you cheated on me alone. But the way you lied to try and trick me over the money to prevent me finding out makes me even more disgusted with you. You're not just a disgrace as a wife. You're a disgrace as a human being.
I might not have a job right now, but I swear I'll do whatever it takes to get you that $7,500 back. If it's the last thing I do, I'll find a job and work as hard as I can. I'll apologize to your sis too.
Forget the money. I don't care anymore. Don't go bugging my sister with your crap either.
You don't care?
I won't ask for compensation either. All I want is a divorce and to never see you again.
Don't say that.
Get out of that house. I won't be coming home until you're gone.
We don't even have kids yet. How can we get a divorce? Don't you want to give your mom grandkids?
Sure I do, but not with you. Besides, my little sis will probably have kids soon enough. There's no reason I should tolerate being married to a low-life piece of crap like you for a second longer. What makes you think I'd want kids with a waste of space like you anyway? I'd feel bad for them for being born into a loveless marriage.
I'll never cheat on you again, I promise. I turned over a new leaf once before, right? You know I can do this. I'll change again, I promise.
You haven't changed one bit. No, that's not true. You have changed. You actually got worse. The only thing I know I can expect from you now is lies and misery.
I thought you said being married was about overcoming problems together as a team. You can't give up on us like this, James. Please. Is this all we're worth to you? Isn't what we've got worth fighting for?
Anything we had before is gone now, because you destroyed it. There are some things that can't be overcome, Angelica. Our marriage is over. After that, apparently my little sister told our mom about how Angelica stole her $7,500. I wasn't going to bother her about it, but I guess it's only natural my sister wanted to vent to her. I got a message from my mom a few days later. I had no choice but to tell her what happened, so I explained the whole thing from start to finish. When I did, she said she thought I should tell Angelica's mom and dad about what she did. After thinking about it for a while, I asked myself, why should she get off lightly? And with that, I took my mom's advice and gave her mom and dad a call. They were dismayed when they found out about their daughter's behavior and apologized to me profusely. I told them we were getting a divorce. And surprisingly, they didn't try to oppose my decision, not even for a second. I guess they knew I had no choice. After that, the divorce went through without a hitch, and I found myself an eligible bachelor once more after years of married life. I'm officially single and ready to mingle again. Ladies, don't all throw yourselves to me at once. Anyway, my little sis blessed me with the cutest niece in the world, and now I spend my Sundays over at their place fawning over her and showering her with gifts. As for my ex-wife, apparently she moved back in with her parents. However, unfortunately for Angelica, her big brother and his wife were already living there when she showed up, unannounced. He flipped out at her for her despicable behavior, disowned her, and demanded she leave immediately. I guess she must have lost the will to fight, because she didn't even try and resist him, walking away from the house a defeated, broken mess. I have no idea what became of her after that, and to tell you the truth, I don't give a single solitary heck.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey, Letitia. I really appreciate you coming to see me at the hospital earlier. I feel so much better after seeing you.
You don't have to thank me, silly. You're my husband. Of course I'm gonna visit you in the hospital. Anyway, you'll be getting discharged before long, right? It made sense for me to pick up some of your stuff, so we're not left dragging everything back to the house in one go.
Sure, you say that, but you've been to see me every single day without fail since I got admitted, right? I'm super grateful, but you really don't have to come if it's ever too much hassle or if you want a day off.
Like I already told you 1,000,000 times over, honey pie, you don't have to worry about me one bit. If anything, I'd feel worse by staying at home. I'm on my own in that big old house after all. Going to the hospital means I get to see you. I'm much happier that way.
I'm really happy to hear you say that, babe. You're my rock. But I can't deny I feel like I'm causing you a huge inconvenience. Sorry I'm so sick all the time.
You worry too much, Matt. You do realize all the anxiety is gonna slow down your recovery, right? Take a few deep breaths and chill out for me, okay?
You saying that makes me feel like a real pansy. But you're right. We'll all be back at square one if my illness comes back before I get discharged.
Right? And while you may be getting discharged, that doesn't mean you made a full recovery yet.
Yeah, right. They've told me I still have to carry on visiting the doctor every week for checkups after I get out. Actually, they said I'll have to keep visiting for checkups for the rest of my life.
Well, life isn't that all more of a reason to prioritize yourself and your own needs right now. I'll never be able to relax if I'm thinking about you fretting about me from your hospital bed.
You're right. I'm sorry, babe. To tell you the truth, I had a message from the boss about work. I think it must have gotten to me a little.
About work? What was it, sweetie? He did guarantee your salary would be covered for the duration of your hospital stay, right?
Yeah, that hasn't changed. But like you just said, it's not like I've made a complete recovery, right? My condition is bound to have at least somewhat of an impact on my work performance going forward.
I mean, yeah, sure. I guess it is. Will that be a problem for the company? Your boss wouldn't fire you or anything, right?
Thankfully, I won't be getting fired. I think it's actually pretty unusual to lose your job over illness these days. If anything, employers have to tiptoe around the issue due to the threat of lawsuits and media campaigns. And unfortunately, I'll be getting discharged and blowing this joint real soon.
That's true. So anyway, are you gonna get to it? The suspense is killing me here. What did he say?
I'm not gonna get fired, but it'd be naive to think my condition wasn't gonna have at least some impact on what I'm able to contribute to the company. I won't be able to carry on pulling in the same numbers as I have been until now, after I go back. Business as usual ain't on the table. Which is why he said it's unrealistic for the company to keep my employment status the same as it was until I got sick. He said I should prepare myself for a department change when I go back.
A department change? Does that mean your work environment will be pretty different to the one you've spent all these years getting used to?
Yeah, it means the contents of my job description and the work that entails on a day-to-day basis will be pretty different. He said he made the decision with an emphasis on reducing the physical burden on my body. So I think they're doing this out of consideration for me. However, in proportion to my job getting easier, my salary will, well, you know.
They'll be reducing your salary?
Yeah, even still, it's not the end of the world. We'll still be able to get by. That I'm certain. But I do think it'll be difficult to maintain the same standard of living we've had all this time. Which is why I'm considering finding a new job.
A new job? But you worked so hard to get a spot with these guys. You work for one of the world's most prestigious companies, Matt. Is this really a good idea?
Sure, but what good is working for a famous company if it's not reflected in my monthly take-home? Anyway, I've already found something that looks pretty promising. They seem to understand my current situation and are willing to accept the physical limitations I'm dealing with. To be honest with you, it doesn't look bad at all. What do you think, babe?
If you think it's what's best, then I support you. I respect your opinion and know you wouldn't take on a decision like this without considering this ins and outs of it thoroughly and carefully first.
Really? Thanks, babe. This is why you're my rock.
That said, there are some good aspects to working at your current company, right? I just hope you'll take that into consideration when you finally decide on something. You have time to do that, right? I hope you wouldn't be so hasty as to rush to a conclusion with something like this.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have a long, hard think about it. You give me the strength to keep fighting, Letitia. Thank you so much.
I'm your wife, silly Billy. It's the least I can do. Anyway, sorry, sweetie. I'm heading out for a spot of grocery shopping soon, so I'll have to shoot now.
Got it. Take care on the way. Hey, Letitia. Is now a good time? I need to talk to you about something.
Sure, I'm not too busy right now. What is it?
Listen, babe. The thing is, I spoke to someone from work today. I've reached a decision on where to go from here. I did mean to tell you this when you came to visit me. Do you have some kind of urgent business today or something?
Oh, my bad, sweetie. I totally forgot to message you. I'm sorry. I went out with a friend today. Sorry I couldn't come to see you in the hospital.
No, it's fine. It's not like I'm upset with you or anything. If anything, I'm kind of pleased. I felt guilty about you spending so much of your time coming to see me. I've been thinking it'd do you some good to take time off for a while now. Did you and your friend have fun?
Yeah, I feel like letting my hair down and chilling out with her pushed my reset button. Anyway, when you say you spoke to someone from work, you mean about your future at the company, right? Did you decide to go back to them and accept the department change after all?
No, I decided to quit the company.
Wait, you did what?
Oh, just like I explained earlier. I was set for a major change in my working conditions, namely my pay, if I went back, which means if I can, it makes more sense to switch to a company where my salary is the same as what I've been receiving until now, right? Well, it just so happens that this new company seems reliable, and thinking about our lifestyle and financial situation, this option makes a lot more sense.
No, just hold on a second. What the hell? Are you seriously switching companies?
You said you'd support me before, right? Knowing I could count on you to have my back was a big part of what swayed my decision in the end. Thanks a lot, babe. I mean it.
No. Are you being serious? You're actually switching jobs? I can't freaking believe this. You work for one of the most prestigious companies in the world. How could you willfully throw that away? Have you lost your mind?
Letitia, reason with me for a sec here. You're the one who's been telling me you want kids for ages, right? How can I accept a pay cut of the kind my boss was pitching to me, while thinking about the prospect of us having kids one day? Sure, it's inevitable, there will be some risk involved. Switching companies is a major life decision and all. But I figured it would be smartest to make this decision now, while I have some savings in the bank to rely on. Anyway, what's gotten into you? You seem, I don't know, kind of weird?
I do not seem kind of weird. Whose damn hacking fault do you think it is that I'm losing my mind here? I can't believe you do this to me. Ugh!
I explained my reasoning back when I first told you I was considering the switch, and you agreed with me. I'm seriously confused. What happened between now and then to make you react so differently? Seriously, babe, what's gotten into you? Is everything okay?
Since you've gone and done this, let me make one thing crystal clear to you. The only reason I married you is because you worked at a famous major company.
What? Wait, what? Is my phone bugging out? This can't be real.
Obviously, do you seriously think I'd ever marry a dull, boring, mediocre, unimpressive wet noodle of a man like you if you didn't work for that company?
I get it. You're screwing me around. This is a joke, right?
Like hell it is. I can't believe it. To think I finally had a stable, comfortable lifestyle. I got to go on vacations. I got to buy nice clothes. I got to eat at nice restaurants. What the hell is this? You think falling sick gives you the right to quit your damn job? What were you thinking? Why in God's name would a man of your ripe old age willfully decide to become unemployed? Give me a freaking break.
Ripe old age? I'm 36, Letitia. Unemployed? I told you I found a new company to work for already.
Well then, tell me, Matt, are they as famous as well known as your old one? Will my friends know who they are?
The hell? Does that matter? Look, Letitia, to answer your question, wait. Why is that important? They promised to match my old salary and provide me with all the benefits I enjoyed at my old company. So who cares if your friends have heard of them or not? I've actually been discussing this with them for months now. We're in regular contact. And while they may not be the most famous company in the world, they're an old, well-established brand in the industry. I'm telling you, babe, it's a safe bet. What does it matter if they're famous?
Are you even listening to me? I told you the only reason I married you in the first place is because you worked for a famous company. I did not marry a man who worked for some manicure company no one had ever heard of.
Just what the hell am I to you?
I thought you were a kind man who worked for a famous company. That's why I went out of my way to continue being the doting wife and visiting you in the hospital even after you got sick. But now, you're just some jobless loser. Make no mistake, I will not be letting a jobless loser like you into this house.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm getting discharged tomorrow.
So what? Without a position at a famous company, you no longer have any value to me. I can't be married to a worthless loser brokey like you, so you better not bother coming home. Goodbye.
No. Just hold on a second. Hey, Letitia. Letitia, I just got discharged from hospital. I'm gonna head back to my parents' house for the time being.
Congrats on the discharge. I didn't even ask for any updates on your life, though. I have no interest in you anymore.
I take it that means you're serious about everything you said before then.
Of course I was. Why the heck would you need further confirmation? I made it abundantly clear how I feel about you, doofus.
Fine. Got it. If that's how it is, I have nothing more to say to you either. I want a divorce.
Fine by me. In fact, fantastic. If I'd have known what a disappointing failure you were gonna turn out to be, I would have divorced you back when you got your diagnosis.
You're a real charmer. Anyway, if we agreed on the divorce, we'll have to discuss how exactly we're gonna do this. Can you make some time?
What do you mean how we're gonna do this? I'll tell you exactly how we're gonna do this. We're gonna sign the divorce papers and go our separate ways. Simple. What exactly do I need to make time to discuss with likes of you? I have better things to do.
Don't be naive, Letitia. We have to discuss how our assets are going to be distributed and what to do with the house. We don't necessarily have to meet in person and talk face to face if you don't want to, but we can't move things forward if we don't iron these things out first.
Wait a second. What do you mean by what to do with the house? I'll naturally be getting the house, right? Why do you think I kicked you out of it in the first place?
How can you one-sidedly make that decision without even discussing things with me first? You take arrogance to a whole new level. Quit being so selfish and reason with me for once.
I looked after you when you were lying sick in a hospital bed. If you didn't get sick, none of this would be happening.
What's your point?
Your only reason for existing on this earth is to provide for me financially, which means you could at least give me the house by way of apology for your despicable behavior. If I don't get the house, what the heck was this whole thing for?
Are you being serious right now? I was starting to suspect you might have some kind of personality disorder, but now I think you might actually need professional help.
Quit giving me attitude, you worthless heap of crap. Of course I'm being serious. You've got some nerve to quit your job and expect the privilege of keeping the house? You do understand that now you don't work for a famous company anymore. Giving me that house is the only reason you have to live, right?
This house belongs to me. You have no right to say any of this crap to me.
What's wrong with my asserting my right to our shared assets? Wake up and smell the coffee, turd brain. We're married. If you're not willing to hand over the house, are you at least gonna give me enough compensation to make up for it? What am I saying? I doubt you're even capable.
Compensation? Are you joking?
You quit your job and became an unemployed loser without my permission. Which makes me a victim. If you don't want to pay me compensation, then shut the hell up and give me the house.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're right. I can't afford to be paying you compensation right now.
I knew it. Then quit your goddamn whining and hand over the house. Think of it as a good faith for gesture to pay me back for all the time I wasted looking after your useless ass in the hospital. Do we have an agreement? Will the house be mine?
That's what you want. Then I guess you're free to do as you please.
Thank you. In that case, this conversation is now over. Goodbye, loser. Hey, asshole. What's the hell going on?
I should be asking you that. Why are you messaging me again? Did something happen?
Don't play dumb with me, jerk. Some workmen showed up saying they're here to demolish the house. What did you do?
Oh, wait a sec. Was that today? Huh, my bad. I must have forgotten to tell you. I had no money after quitting my job, so I sold the land. Which is why I think it'd be best if you got out of that house as fast as possible.
What? What the hell are you talking about? This house belongs to me. Who the hell do you think you are? You have no right to do this to me.
No. Who the hell do you think you are, Letitia? That house belonged to me since before we even met. I was well within my rights to do whatever I wanted with it.
What? But I thought it was part of our shared assets as a married couple. To think you had the gall to sell the freaking land it's built on without even telling me? I'll have you in court for this, asshole. Mark my words.
You thought the house was part of our shared assets. You serious? Quit screwing around. I brought that house way before we got married. You're nuts if you think you had any right to it.
Huh? Are you joking me?
You're messaging me from a house that's about to get demolished. Do you really think I'd joke at a time like this? Did you forget that I brought the house before we met? It was way cheaper than I expected, so I didn't even have to borrow anything from my mom and dad. The whole house and even the land it was built on belonged totally to me.
Even if that's true, you're the one who said I could have it.
Actually, I'm not so sure that's how it went down. I just said you're free to do as you please.
This bullcrap ain't gonna wash with me, asshole. I can't believe how much you've screwed me over.
How have I screwed you over?
You got sick and quit your job without my permission, then you repay my kindness for looking after you while you were in the hospital by having my goddamn house demolished? How is that not screwing me over? God, you're so petty and small-minded. Have you no shame?
What is there to be ashamed about? It's not like I chose to get ill. And I explained my reasons for leaving the company in explicit detail long in advance of stepping down. What's more, you appeared to agree to it all at the time, at least superficially.
I was only trying to be polite. You were so mentally fragile that I thought the stress of me discreeting you might make your illness come back. I can't believe you're so stupid you actually thought I was being serious.
In that case, I guess I do share some responsibility for not being able to see through your dishonesty. But still, I made sure to secure myself a new job before leaving, out of consideration for our future. You're the one who tossed me aside like a piece of garbage the moment you realized my new company wasn't famous. I struggle to see how that makes this my fault.
So that's why you're doing this? You're so despicable. I feel sick just thinking about you. This is precisely why I decided to wash my hands off you.
I heard you went out to dinner with one of my coworkers while I was in hospital.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Me and Vince have always gotten along. He told me about how you kept making these weird sexual advances towards him. Guess you wanted to have a backup guy waiting in the wings in case things with me and you didn't pan out. To think you were actually laying the groundwork for your next relationship before we even divorced.
No, all we did was go out for dinner.
You think rubbing Vince's leg and saying, "The sausage here looks delicious," before winking at him and inviting him to a hotel is normal dinner time behavior. No, your table manners are atrocious. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Own what you did, coward. My sources tell me he wasn't the only guy you were making advances against. Unfortunately for you, every single one of them rejected you, didn't they?
Your coworkers have no taste in women. They wouldn't have turned me down if they did.
No, I'm pretty sure they would have to be crazy to have an affair with their coworker's wife. Which begs the question, which one of us should really be ashamed?
If we get down to the meat and potatoes of why this really happened, it's all your fault for quitting your job and switching to a nameless company for Medicare loser. Not only that, but to be unemployed until starting at the new place, you have no right to complain at me about anything.
Oh, the company. Sure, they're not as well as the old one, but you have heard of them. They often run commercials on TV.
Huh?
Besides, they promised to match my salary and working conditions at the old place, knowing full well that I've been in and out of hospital for the last few months, and that my working capacity is limited in certain areas. You can't seriously think a small or medium-sized company can afford to make an offer that generous.
But you never said anything about any of this before.
I tried to tell you, but thankfully you showed me your true colors before I got the chance. They've actually been trying to headhunt me for a while now. This time I decided to take them up on their offer, which is why even through the lens of your shallow, superficial view of the world, my value hasn't changed one bit.
You should have told me this before. Listen, fine, I'm willing to forget about the divorce. That's what you want, right, Matt? Right?
What? No way. I'm not some fashion accessory for you to parade around and brag to your friends about. Not only did I realize what a vapid, materialistic gold digger you are, but you also tried to cheat on me, which means you'll be paying me compensation.
No, wait, please. I was in the wrong. I'm sorry. Will you rethink this for me, please? Think about it. It's not often you find a girl so selflessly devoted to serving you as I was, right? Right? There's still a chance for us to survive this, sweetie.
How about you forget any notion of our relationship surviving, and focus on surviving the wrecking ball that's soon to come swinging through the house you're currently trespassing in. You said it yourself. I no longer have any value to you, and you don't need me. It just so happens I feel the exact same about you. That obviously means I see no value or meaning in patching things up with you. Now hurry up, move your gold-digging ass before you get demolished along with that house. After shaking off the desperate pleas of a panic-stricken Letitia, the divorce went through without a hitch. The fact that she so sordidly and despicably tried to cheat on me while I lie sick in a hospital bed was deemed by the judge to have contributed to significant emotional distress on my part, and I was awarded compensation. While she didn't actually end up engaging in infidelity, her behavior was deemed to have been the cause of the breakdown of the marriage. The truth is, I only ever mentioned compensation to scare her as revenge for the way she treated me, so I very kindly and magnanimously decided not to ask for much in the end. But still, even though the amount was small, I'm happy she had to pay me something. It's about the principle, you know. As for Letitia herself, after losing her home and paying me my compensation, she had no choice but to move back in with her mom and dad. She did her best to hide the truth of what she had done, but unfortunately for her, her parents showed up to watch the divorce proceedings and found out everything. They were so disgusted by their daughter's conduct, they imposed a strict work regimen on the family farm on her as punishment. Somehow, Letitia being forced to shovel dung seems like the perfect end to this story. Other than her parents, she doesn't have a soul in the world to rely on, which means that at least for the foreseeable, she's stuck there. As for me, I started work at the new company a little while after my discharge. I might not be able to keep up with the same workload as I was before I fell sick, but I'm doing my best to show them how grateful I am for the chance they've given me at a fresh start. And you know what? I think it's paying off. I get along great with my new boss and coworkers, and feel super accepted and welcome here. Life is good, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling it's gonna get even better. We've all heard the phrase, never judge a book by its cover, but Letitia really taught me the importance of knowing people for who they really are, and not making hasty judgments based on who they appear to be on the surface. Don't be a Letitia, guys. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Molly, where are you? I didn't know you had plans today.
Huh? Hugo, are you home already? Why are you so early today?
Luckily, work ended early today. It's been a while since I was able to come home before dark.
Sorry, honey. I thought you would be home late, so I just went out to get some groceries. I should have checked with you beforehand. I'll be on my way home soon. I'll hurry so you don't have to wait.
Don't worry. There's no need to rush. Be careful on your way home. I don't want you to get in an accident or anything.
Thanks, you're so kind.
Are you sure you can come home on your own? I can pick you up at the supermarket. The usual one that's a block away, right? I don't want you to carry around heavy groceries. I can be a help if I go pick you up. You should depend on me more when you go shopping.
No, it's okay. I can manage myself. You're tired from a day of work. If you're willing to help me, how about you help me prepare for dinner tonight? That would be a great help. Can you prepare the vegetables for the salad? It would also be nice if you could make some soup. The flavor's up to you.
Sure thing. I'll do it. But is that it? How about the main dish? Are you going to buy some ready-made meals at the supermarket?
Yeah, that's the plan. I thought you might be hungry. I don't want to keep you waiting for the food while I cook.
Yeah, but I don't really mind waiting, to be honest. I think we've been eating a lot of ready-made meals recently. We've been depending on food deliveries more than usual, too.
Oh, I didn't know you felt that way.
I didn't want to press you or anything. The trash is full of plastic containers, so I assumed you've been depending on deliveries too when I'm out at work. When I washed the dishes, I realized there weren't any used pots for me to wash for the past few days. I guessed you were serving ready-made meals to me more often.
I'm sorry. It's true that I haven't been cooking recently. I'm feeling a bit tired and stressed. I think I might have caught a cold.
You're not feeling well? Are you okay? I don't mind eating ready-made meals if you're sick. Your health is the first priority. But depending on food deliveries, too much can be quite costly. And you prefer eating organic meals, so it's a bit expensive. With the delivery fees, the prices are pretty high in my opinion. To be honest, I don't think we've been managing to save money for the past few months. Hopefully, we can start saving more when you feel better. No pressure though.
You know, Hugo, you're starting to sound like an annoying mother-in-law. You sound like you're being sarcastic. Not the best thing to hear when I'm feeling sick.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound like that. I wanted to make you laugh.
Well, I guess you think I'm not doing housework properly. Okay, fair enough.
It's not like I think that way. I know you're trying. But it's that I thought you might not be trying hard enough, compared to when we just got married. I'm trying hard to bring home money, so I also want the same amount of dedication from you.
I told you I'm sick. I'm trying my best. What can I do?
I know, so I'm not pressuring you or anything. I don't blame you.
It felt like you were blaming me. You're basically telling me to do all the housework perfectly because I'm a housewife.
No, I'm not. You're overreacting. And I'm helping you as much as I can. I try to do housework after I come home from work.
The only thing you do is wash the dishes after dinner. You think that helps?
I also do the laundry and clean our bedroom.
Yes, but only on the weekends.
You know I often have to work until late on the weekdays. I'm trying to help as much as I can on the weekdays. I hope you can understand.
You keep on making excuses. I've had enough of those.
Really? I'm just trying to explain my perspective.
No, you're just coming up with excuses. I think my headache is worsening because of you.
Okay, if you say so. I'll try harder to help you with the housework on the weekdays.
Great, that would be really helpful. Thanks, honey. I'm getting a bit stressed out doing the same thing over and over again every single day.
Right. How about we go on a trip together after you feel better? I bet that would help you relieve some of your stress. The last time we went on a long trip was for our honeymoon.
I prefer going out alone. You know, enjoy some free time on my own. Going on trips can be pretty exhausting too. I just want some rest.
Okay.
Sorry, it's very kind of you though.
No problem. I understand. Spending some time alone once in a while is important. I'll make sure to prepare some salad and soup before you get home. Take your time shopping for the groceries.
Thanks, Hugo. I'll be home in about half an hour.
Molly, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure, what's wrong?
Where are you right now?
At home? Obviously, where would I be other than our house? I thought I told you I'll be at home today resting because I have a bad headache.
Actually, I'm at home right now, but I can't find you anywhere. Just tell me the truth. I know you're outside.
Huh? Why are you home? I thought you would work today.
It's none of your business. It's my house. I can come home anytime I want.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm actually at the hospital.
Why did you just lie to me?
I was about to head home after having a quick checkup. I would be home real soon, so I thought it might be easier if I just told you I was at home. Nothing serious, okay? Calm down, honey.
I'll pick you up then. Which hospital are you at? The big hospital down the street or the local one near our house?
Don't worry, I'll be fine alone. I'll take the taxi. Are you going back to work soon, or did you get the whole afternoon off?
Molly, I know everything. I know you're cheating on me.
What?
You've been acting weird lately. Something must be going on.
I told you I was sick. I wasn't feeling well.
I tried to believe you at first. It made sense. But something felt off. It was as if you were hiding something. You seemed to be outside when I was at work. And you've been buying new clothes behind my back. It was pretty clear that you weren't sick. I've never told you before, but I came home during the day to check on you once. You told me you were home, but you weren't. Just like today.
I see.
I found the hairdryer, hair iron, and your makeup all over the place at the sink. You must have dressed up to go to the hospital, huh?
I want to look presentable no matter where I go.
I want to believe you, but I can't. I can no longer trust anything you say. I hired a detective to find the truth, and I found out that you were having an affair.
Huh? You hired a detective? Gosh. Okay. I'm sorry I lied.
So now you admit that you were having an affair? No more trying to come up with excuses?
Yes. There's no point, is there? If you hired a detective, you should have all the proof in your hands. You'll never believe me, no matter what I say.
So, you like him more than me?
Yes. I do like you, Hugo, but I want to be with him forever, not you. I think he might be my soulmate. He's special to me. I feel so comfortable being around him. I can be myself when I'm with him. Can we get a divorce?
Okay, I see. I won't be coming home for a while. I'm about to lose my mind. I don't think I can have a proper discussion with you right now. I'll contact you again when I calm down.
No, you don't have to leave. I'll leave the house. It's my fault.
No, don't. Even if you did leave the house, I never planned to go back anyways. I know you invited him over several times when I was out at work. I don't want to go home to the place where you made love with another guy. It won't feel like home anymore.
Okay. I'm really sorry. I know I betrayed you. I know I hurt you.
Then why didn't you tell me before I found out?
I knew I had to tell you, but I didn't have the courage to. Seeing you being nice to me made it really hard to tell you the truth.
I'll contact you shortly. I'll hire a lawyer to get everything sorted out.
Okay. I'll agree with whatever you say. I'm so sorry it turned out like this. But I think we weren't the ones for each other. I don't deserve you. You deserve someone better. So I hope you don't blame yourself. It's me, not you.
Molly, I think my lawyer contacted you about this already. But are you ready to have a discussion the day after tomorrow? We'll sort things out about our divorce.
Yes, I'm ready. I also received the documents for the divorce agreement.
If there's anything written on the document that you want fixed, make sure to tell me, okay? I can't guarantee that I'll agree to fixing it, but it's worth telling me.
Okay. Again, I am so sorry for everything, Hugo. I must have hurt your feelings so much.
What a surprise. I thought you would blame me for your affair. That's what someone like you would do.
Why would I ever blame you? I'm the one who should be blamed for everything. You didn't do anything wrong. You were a great husband to me. I feel really sorry that I betrayed you.
Is this part of your plan? Are you acting like you're sorry?
Why do you think so?
Because you always blamed me when we had a fight. I was always the one who ended up being the bad guy.
I'm telling you that I really feel sorry for everything. Why can't you just accept my apology? I try to learn from my mistakes. Don't be so mean.
Okay. I guess you're really sorry then. I'll tell you the same thing when we meet. But I wanted to talk to you about compensation. Even if you're sorry, I think we should handle this issue seriously.
Yes, I think so too. I'm the one to be blamed, so I won't ask for much. How about you just pay me $2 million for compensation? That would be enough to support my living for a while.
What? Why am I the one paying for compensation?
I won't ask for more than that. I'm being nice. You have to pay me for compensation, right? Why are you so surprised? I thought you wanted to handle this issue seriously.
What the hell are you talking about? You and your lover are the ones who are going to pay for compensation. Did you read the documents properly? It's all written there.
No, not really. I haven't had the chance to cover all the points. The vocabulary is so difficult. It was too hard for me to understand. So I was planning to ask your lawyer to explain it to me when we met for the discussion.
Molly, I don't think you fully understand your position. Let me make things clear for you.
What?
Compensation money is usually paid by the one who cheated in the relationship. Think about what the word compensation means, okay?
But I'm the wife in the relationship.
The role nor the gender matters.
But I'm a housewife. How am I supposed to pay for all that? I don't have an income. I don't work. Do you think I can pay for such a huge amount? I used to rely on you financially.
Not my business. I guess you'll either have to go in debt, divide the amount to pay in the future, or ask your parents to help you out.
What? Are you serious? Hugo, do you know the law?
Yes, and I'm telling you this based on what I know about the law.
The law is made to protect the weak and the powerless, which means that females usually have the upper hand.
That only applies when the female deserves to be protected in cases where they might be in the weaker position, like when fighting for parental authority. It doesn't apply for our case. We don't have any children, and you're the one who cheated on me.
What? You can't be serious.
No, I'm dead serious.
It can't be true. You're lying to me. When my sister got a divorce, she was the one who received the money. Why would I be treated differently?
Your sister was the one who was cheated on, unlike you. She also had a child with her husband. Of course, she would be the one to receive compensation, inheritance, and child support. She didn't do anything wrong.
How about me?
You won't be receiving any money. I've been telling you this so many times already. We've only been married for 2 years. We don't have that much that we owned as a couple, so that means we don't have to worry too much about property and how we're going to share it. If you can't pay for compensation, I guess you won't be receiving your share. I doubt it would be enough to cover up for all the compensation money, though. It's gonna be a pretty huge amount.
Are you serious? Am I really gonna pay you? How much am I supposed to pay?
I plan to ask you for $2 million and $3 million from your lover. I think I deserve at least that. And for your information, it's all written on the document, so you can check that too.
What? That is so much money. I can't pay such a huge amount. I don't have enough money.
I guess we'll have to discuss it in person when we meet for the discussion.
Okay, it might be easier if we can talk about it directly. Can I ask you one thing? Are you sure you're not trying to take advantage of me?
Of course not. I'm just taking the necessary steps for our divorce. If you can't believe me, go ask someone else. No matter who you ask, they'll probably say that you're the one who should pay for compensation in this situation. They'll be crazy if they ever tell you I'm the one who should pay.
Okay, I get it now. Hey, Hugo, you still haven't gotten home, right?
Yeah, I'm on my way home. Is there anything wrong?
I was thinking, maybe we can meet up privately? There's something I want to talk to you about.
Why? We just had our discussion about our divorce with my lawyer. You told me you would bring your lawyer with you next time, and postpone talking about some points regarding our divorce agreement. And we decided to have another discussion again with both of our lawyers there.
Yeah, that's right, but I wanted to talk with you privately, no one else, just us.
There's no point for us talking about it privately. I don't want to fight over whether we said something or not. It's better if our lawyers are there to prove what we decided on. It would go smoothly if we have our lawyers with us when we talk.
No, it's not like that. I want to talk about the divorce itself.
What?
I spent some time thinking about us and our divorce. Then I realized that you're the one who took the best care of me, Hugo. I don't think anyone would be as nice to me as you. I know I'm being selfish, but I really want us to get back together.
What made you change your mind so suddenly? Is it because you don't want to pay money for compensation?
No, that's not the reason. It's not that.
Then why would you suddenly change your mind?
I told you I gave it some deep thought and...
I also decided to get a divorce after giving a lot of thought. This is my final decision.
But I know it was difficult to decide to get a divorce. I know it was a hard decision for you too.
Yeah, obviously. We had our good times. I do have some good memories with you.
I think we really should get back together. We both feel the same way. We'll definitely regret it if we get a divorce now.
Not me.
What?
I can never forgive you for the fact that you cheated on me. I don't think I could ever trust you again. You can't rebuild our relationship after what happened.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I really loved you. There's no way I can get over the fact that you betrayed me. Even if we did decide to get back together, I'll always remember that you once cheated on me, and I wouldn't be able to trust you. The scar in memory would always be with me for the rest of my life. Being with you would remind me of your betrayal.
I regret everything I did to you. Can you please forgive me?
No, I don't care if you regret it or not. My decision is final.
No, I don't want to get divorced with you.
Then why did you cheat on me in the first place?
Because I felt lonely.
It's not like I always came home late on the weekdays. I also tried my best to spend time with you as much as I can on the weekends. I prepared dinner for you when I had time to help you with housework. I loved you, and I cared for you.
I know. For a housewife like me, there's a lot of time to spend alone, and it gets really lonely sometimes.
But you can't just cheat on me because of that.
I'm sorry.
I thought you told me that you enjoyed spending time with him more than me. You said he was your soulmate, right?
It was all a misunderstanding.
Huh?
It's true that he spent a lot of time with me, but he's broke. He promised me that he would find a stable job once we got together. But once he knew that you were going to make him pay for compensation, he went back to his hometown without telling me.
So you were dumped by your soulmate, and now you want to get back together with me?
I was planning to dump him too.
You have to be kidding me. You can't be serious. We will definitely get a divorce. Make sure to bring your lawyer to our next discussion. I can't wait any longer.
I really don't have money right now.
None of my business. I don't care.
My parents and even my sister think I'm stupid. There's no one I can depend on. You're the only one who understands me, Hugo. You have to help me out.
I don't think I understand you at all. You thought you'd be the one to receive money when you're the one who cheated in this relationship. I have no idea what's going on in your head. And now you want to get back together because your lover dumped you and ran off to his hometown. I've never felt so disgusted towards a person. Don't let me down, Molly.
I'm so sorry, Hugo.
No matter how many times you apologize, I will never forgive you.
I promise not to let you down. I promise I'll never betray you, Hugo. I will do all the housework perfectly and never complain. I will listen to whatever you say and follow your orders, so please.
Okay, then pay me compensation money. And get out of my face. I never want to see you again.
Hugo, please. I still love you, Hugo.
You're the one who started it. You cheated on me and betrayed me. If you really loved me, I doubt you'll ever cheat on me in the first place.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please. Please don't dump me.
You're the one who dumped me first. And remember, you told me I deserve better. You said you don't deserve someone like me. And now I think so too. So, don't blame yourself too much. You'll be fine alone. I struggled to get a divorce with her. She resisted in the process, trying to cling on to our marriage. But her parents came to pick her up shortly after, afraid that she might cause even more trouble to me. Fortunately, our divorce was officially accepted, and I'm finally free from her. She obviously did not have enough money to pay for compensation, So she sold all of her share of property, and her parents are paying on her behalf for the rest. Like what she said, her lover did not have a job, so there was no way he had enough savings to pay for compensation. So his parents made him go into debt and take responsibility for his actions. I bet they'll have to work so hard in order to pay back their debts, but I honestly think they deserve it. Now my ex-wife lives at her parents' house, but her family treats her like she's trash. She lost trust from her family after she got a divorce because of her affair. Her parents told me that they'll kick her out of the house once she finishes paying them the amount they paid me on her behalf. I bet she's being treated very harshly because she's been contacting me through her lawyer several times about getting back together. There's absolutely no way that I'll forgive her for betraying me. So I've been ignoring all of her messages. I've received everything I wanted from her, so I plan not to see her ever again. Well, that's what I hope at least. After I successfully got a divorce with her, I moved into a mansion designed for singles. I still haven't been able to completely get over the fact that I was cheated on, but I do feel more free and refreshed than when I was suspicious that she was cheating on me. The only thing I have to do now is to heal. I guess it might take some time, but I plan to take my time and slowly recover with a positive mindset.
Hey, Chrissy. Is little Finsley asleep already?
Hey, Hank. I just got Finsley off to sleep a few minutes ago. I'm lucky.
Ah, you kidding me? I was really hoping I could do a video call with him. We haven't spoken at all since I left for my business trip. I miss seeing that kid's face and hearing that cheeky little laugh of his. I guess it can't be helped if he's asleep. Rest is important when they're that age.
Right. I feel you, honey. You've been gone almost 2 weeks now. This business trip is a lot longer than the ones they usually send you on, huh? Can't you come home for the weekend or something?
I'm so busy with work right now, sweetie. We were supposed to be getting days off so we can go out and explore the city, but I've ended up working every single day so far. I'm pretty sure coming home for a whole weekend is going to be out of the question.
I see. That's a shame. I wish me and Finsley could come over and see you, but it's so far I don't think it's feasible. It sucks, but it's not really the kind of distance we can make.
Right. Finsley's still in elementary school. That kind of upheaval is the last thing he needs. You'd have to spend 6 hours on a plane to get all the way up here. And sitting still for 6 whole hours is the last thing our boy's capable of. He struggles to keep quiet for 30 minutes, let alone a whopper flight like that. I can only imagine how he'd torture you and everyone else on the plane.
No kidding. The thought of flying with him on my own is actually terrifying. It's not ideal, but I guess he's just gonna have to accept not being able to see his daddy until your work calms down.
Right. I'll have to just tough it out too.
Sorry, honey. Give me a call when your work settles down, okay? If Finsley's awake at the time, I'll make sure you finally get to speak to him.
Yeah, when work settles down. I did get off a little earlier than expected today, but he was already asleep. To be honest, I do think days like this might be the exception though. We normally do overtime.
Sounds rough. What's life like for you there? Have you settled into a routine yet? Are you eating properly?
I'm eating. I haven't had anything other than convenience store sandwiches since I got here, but I am at least eating. God, I can't tell you how much I miss your home-cooked food, babe.
How long do you have left? It's about 2 weeks now, right? Do your best to hold out until then. And when you get back, I'll treat you to the biggest, most delicious feast of your life.
Now there's an offer I can't refuse. Yeehaw. I can't wait to play with Finsley when I get back. Why don't you ask him if there's anywhere he wants us all to go as a family when I do? We should celebrate the occasion by going on a little vacation.
Sure thing, babe. I'll,
Huh? Chrissy? You just sent me a half-finished message.
Oh, sorry. We were talking about going on vacation with Finsley, right? I'll ask him.
Great, but what's up? Did something happen? Your message randomly cut off.
Oh, it's nothing. My phone's just been playing up lately is all. My battery randomly went down out of nowhere, and the message got sent before I was done writing it.
Yeah, that definitely ain't normal. Shouldn't you take it in for repair? The thought of not being able to contact you while I'm on business is a little scary.
Yeah, I do plan on taking it into the shop. There's a guy who does phone repairs at the market down on Peep Street. But I don't have the time right now. I have a bunch of stuff on my plate, and I'm crazy busy. So don't be worried if you get any more weird messages like that, since it'll probably carry on doing it every now and then. Sorry, honey.
Alright, but you really should get it out for repair as soon as possible. I can handle having a few messages cut off now and then, but if it gets worse and we can't communicate, we really will be in trouble. Besides, you know how easy it is to put things off.
Yep, I know, babe. Anyway, I have to be up early in the morning. I'm gonna finish up with the housework and go to bed.
Alright. I'm up early for work tomorrow myself, so I think I'll hit the hay too. I'm counting on you to look after Finsley for a little while longer.
You got it. Look after yourself, Hank.
Hey, Hank. I'm so sorry to message you out of the blue like this. But do you know if Chrissy's at home today?
Huh? What's this all about? I'm away on business right now, so I couldn't tell you whether Chrissy's at home or not. Why? What's wrong? Did something happen?
Well, you see, the thing is, little Finsley showed up on our doorstep, crying his eyes out. On his own.
On his own? But your house is like 2 hours away, Mom.
I know. Believe me, dear, I was surprised too. I tried asking Finsley what happened, but he was crying so hysterically he barely seemed capable of speaking. I left him on the sofa watching his cartoons with a bowl of ice cream for the time being. But he doesn't seem interested in either. I tried calling Chrissy, but it looks like her phone switched off.
Ah, god damn it. She told me about this yesterday. Apparently her phone's been playing up lately. If her phone's off, it might be pointless, but I have to at least try getting through to her.
Really? Oh dear, what on earth should we do, son? This is all highly unusual. Didn't you have a landline phone at your house?
Nope, we haven't had one for years now. Hey, you said Finsley was crying, right? He's not hurt or anything, is he?
No, I don't think so. He didn't seem hurt when I checked him over on the sofa. But he was wearing his school uniform and backpack when he got here. So I think there's a chance he came straight to my house from school.
Is he showing any signs of calming down yet?
He's still crying his eyes out, the poor thing. He doesn't seem interested in either his ice cream or his cartoons, which is highly unusual given how obsessed with them both he usually is. I even tried giving him some of his favorite candy, but he seemed totally uninterested. Something must be very wrong for him to be this upset. I'm worried, Hank, and I don't have any idea what's going on. I can't even get a word out of him.
I guess all we can do is wait for him to calm down. For the time being, would you mind looking after Finsley there until I manage to get through to Chrissy? There has to be some way I can make contact with her.
Of course I'll look after him, dear. I wonder if she's out. Is that what she normally does around this time?
No, she's usually at home to cook Finsley's dinner when he gets back from school. I'm gonna contact the school and tell them to tell Chrissy to make her way over to your place if they hear anything from her. Can you believe her phone would break at a time like this? You couldn't make this stuff up.
I know it's unbelievable, Hank. It really is. But I suppose it can't be helped. By the way, Are you free right now? If you wouldn't mind, I'd like it if you could try and speak to Finsley on the phone. Who knows? He might cheer up when he sees you.
Good idea, all right? I'll call you. Let me just go tell my boss I'll be away for a few. Hold on, okay?
Okay, dear. I hope your boss shows some consideration towards your circumstances.
It's fine. My boss ain't a hard ass or anything. He's actually a pretty cool guy. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right? I'll call as soon as I can. Let Finsley know he can finally see his dad again.
I'm so sorry to message you while you're at work, honey. Reply as soon as you get this.
What happened? Wait a sec. Is your phone fixed now?
This isn't the time for that. I just went out to the store for 5 minutes, and when I got home, our son was gone. Hank, what should I do? Should I call the cops?
Take a chill pill. There's no need to call the cops.
But Finsley's missing. How can he be so relaxed at a time like this?
Our son's been at my mom's house for the last 2 days. Why would I be worried?
Huh? Finsley's at your mom's house? But why?
Why? I'm pretty sure I'm the one who should be asking why. So go on, Chrissy. Tell me why. You just said he disappeared while you were at the store. Were you at the store for 2 whole days? While leaving your elementary-age son home alone?
No, it wasn't like that. Wait a second, explain yourself. What do you mean Finsley's at your mom's? Why the hell would he be there? I haven't heard anything about this.
Don't change the subject because answering my question is inconvenient for you. Finsley made his way to my mom's house. After school. All on his own. But that was 2 days ago. Are you seriously telling me you didn't notice our son was missing for 2 whole days?
Stop lying. There's no way I'd leave our son alone for 2 days. What kind of mother do you take me for?
I'm not lying. If you're not gonna come clean, then I'll have to tell you. Finsley told me everything. You're delusional if you think you can pull the wool over my eyes after what you did.
What I did? What do you mean, what I did? I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop this. Stop it right now. I don't know what that boy told you, but do you actually think I'm capable of doing something like that?
Something like that? That's funny. I didn't actually say anything specific, did I? Something like what? Chrissy? Did you mean prioritizing the guy you're cheating on me with over your own son, by any chance?
No, I didn't do anything like that. I don't know what you mean. You do know Finsley's still in elementary school, don't you? If he told you the sky was green, would you believe him? I can't believe you think your 6-year-old son is more credible than your own frickin' wife.
All right, so answer me this. Why was Finsley on his own for 2 days straight? If it's just like you say, Finsley is an elementary school kid. It hardly takes a genius to imagine what could happen when you leave a kid that young completely on his own for 2 days straight. There's no way you didn't know what you were doing was wrong. Come on, Chrissy. Are you going to answer me or what? Or is this the part where you bullshit me about your phone being broken again? Or is it that you just have nothing to say because you know you're cornered?
How exactly do you go from Finsley was on his own to my wife's cheating on me? I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. I mean, seriously. I never had you down as being the paranoid type, Hank. I think all this work lately might be making you go a little crazy. How about going for a walk to clear your head?
Don't you dare try to gaslight me, you two-timing whore bag. I heard all about how you were with your lover the whole time ever since I left on my business trip. You even invited him over the house. Finsley told me everything. He told me about how you kept going out with Loverboy for days at a time, each time getting longer and longer, before eventually you just didn't come back.
No, he was just a friend. Finsley doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. All we did was go for a few drinks together. Or is that a crime in your book too? Should stay-at-home housewives literally stay at home all the time in your Stone Age view of the world? Okay, so maybe I went for a few beers with a friend. Shoot me.
Even if he's just your friend, it still wouldn't be acceptable to leave a 6-year-old kid on his own. Are you seriously telling me you repeatedly left our son on his own for days at a time to go out and get drunk?
Repeatedly? No. It only happened that one time 2 days ago, and only because I lost track of time.
Reading your pathetic excuses is making me want to throw up. I'm sick of you, and I've had enough.
Please, wait. Just hear me out for God's sake, Hank. I'm not cheating on you, I swear. I'm begging you to believe me.
I just got done handing over the shift at work. I'm heading home now. If you're serious about saving this relationship, then I suggest you come clean about the affair.
You're coming home? Now?
My son turned up on my mom's doorstep crying his eyes out because of you. Do you seriously think I can focus on my work in a situation like this? Let me make this crystal clear. You will not try and worm your way out of this by telling more lies. I want to hear a damn good reason as to why you thought it was acceptable to leave our son on his own in that house. If you don't have one, I have no intention of forgiving you.
Hank, please. Is this really necessary? Do we really have to get a divorce?
Why would you even ask me that after all this time? That's what I told you yesterday, isn't it? I'd have to be the most insane man on the planet to stay married to you for a second longer than I have to.
But I did what you asked. I admitted I was cheating. I thought we still had a chance if I owned up to what I did. How can you demand a divorce like this even though I played ball? You're horrible. I'm sorry about the affair. Please, just give me one more chance.
Didn't I tell you yesterday? I have no intention of forgiving you. No intention. Besides, isn't there something far more important than the affair you should be apologizing for first? How can you not understand that?
Apologize? For what? I apologized countless times for the affair yesterday. Do you want me to apologize some more? Because I will. I'll apologize 10 trillion times if that's what it takes to save this marriage.
Oh my God, you genuinely don't have any idea what I'm getting at, do you? It's not me you need to apologize to. It's our son. Do you have any idea how much your selfish, despicable behavior hurt that boy?
But Finsley wasn't there yesterday, so I couldn't apologize to him.
So what? If you're genuinely sorry about what you did to him, you would have at least apologized to him over the phone by now.
Sure, I guess I can do that.
But what was the first thing you did yesterday when I confronted you? You tried desperately to convince me that you weren't cheating, with lies, lies, and more lies. The only reason you ended up apologizing to me in the end was because you realized your lies weren't going to wash. You haven't shown an ounce of sympathy towards our son. Nothing. You have no right to call yourself a mother.
But still, don't you think divorce is a little drastic? Sure, I might have messed up this time, but I worked so hard as a mother and a wife until now. Surely that counts for something, right, babe?
You worked hard until now. Bullshit. You just did your best to make it look like you were. I feel like a portion of the blame lies with me, you know? I feel like the world's biggest moron for never noticing what you were really like this whole time. But you're a unique category of low-life scumbag.
Oh my God, Hank, stop it. Just stop it already. Why do you have to act like I'm the bad guy here? Isn't this a little unfair? What choice did I have? I was so busy and stressed with Finsley and the housework all the time that I felt like I was losing myself, forgetting who I was.
So you cheated on me?
Is it really the end of the world? I was a full-time mother and a stay-at-home housewife. It's hardly a surprise that I needed to let my hair down every once in a while. Are you seriously saying you can't find it in your heart to forgive me for that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with letting your hair down. The problem is that what you did far exceeds that.
What exactly did I do that was wrong?
You said it yourself. Finsley's still a little kid in elementary school.
So what?
You wanted to let your hair down. You worked so hard until now. What's your goddamn point? You think working hard gives you a license to abandon your son? You think it gives you a license to prioritize your goddamn lover over your own child?
Like I told you, I was tired of being a mom. I was at my wit's end, Hank. Do you know how hard it is to be a mother?
No, I don't. And I never claimed to, nor do I deny that it must be a very stressful job. But just because being a mother is stressful doesn't mean that you can just stop as soon as you get tired of it. You had no right to neglect our son like that.
It's not like I did it because I wanted to neglect him. I left him some food in the fridge, and I told him to make sure to lock the doors at night.
So what? You want a medal? None of that justifies leaving him on his own for 2 freaking days. If you lack the self-awareness to realize, allow me to tell you, you lost the right to call yourself a mother the moment you abandoned our son. You neglected him in favor of the guy you were cheating on me with.
No, please. I was just de-stressing, decompressing. I was never serious about him.
What kind of mother decompresses by subjecting her own son to extreme emotional trauma? You destroyed our family irreparably beyond all recognition to satisfy your seedy, selfish desires.
Do you really mean it, Hank? Are you really going to divorce me over this? Surely you can find it in your heart to give me one last chance.
A family can't be repaired as easily as a smartphone. There are no such thing as second chances in broken families. I want you to do one last thing for me and your son before we part ways forever. I want you to take responsibility for destroying our family. After that, I filed for a divorce, and with that, the proceedings began. I filed for compensation using the chat logs of Chrissy, admitting to the affair as evidence. After abandoning Finsley, she was deemed unfit to look after him due to posing a danger to his well-being, which means I won full custody. Chrissy's relationship with her lover fell apart as soon as the divorce was finalized. I guess they were never that serious with each other to begin with. I take some satisfaction in knowing that my demands for compensation from both of them were ultimately what led to them breaking up. But on the other hand, it fills me with disgust to think that Chrissy abandoned our son to be with a guy who cared so little for her that he jumped ship at the first sign of trouble. Actually, the thought of it makes me feel kind of miserable. That said, when I think about the whole thing ultimately drove them to their emotional and financial breaking points, I feel a little better. Me and Finsley moved in with my parents after the divorce. I started turning down the business trips I'd been going on a few times a year so I could spend quality time with my son. I was worried he might still be shaken up and upset about being separated from his mom, but he got used to life without her, surprisingly. I'm not sure if it's because he resented her for the stress she caused him when she left him on his own, but in any case, he's happy, and that means I'm happy. I'm sure he's gonna grow both physically and mentally at an unbelievable pace from here on out. As for my part, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that being raised by a single dad never acts as a detriment to him, by doing everything in my power to ensure he has all the love, care, and guidance that he needs.
Drake, you really need to stop being mean to my mom. You shouldn't be talking to your wife like that.
Huh? What's up with you?
You know what I am talking about. You called her a failure today. I heard you say it. That was really unnecessary and rude.
Unnecessary? I was only speaking the truth as always. Your mother is barren. And on top of that, she has you. What else am I supposed to call her?
How does either of that make her a failure? It shouldn't matter to you that she can't have a baby or has an adopted child if you really loved her.
I didn't know that she couldn't give me a child. She is defective. I never would have married a useless woman if I'd known on top of that she had a nosy, annoying daughter like you. Nobody would ever want an incomplete woman like her who carries around a burden of an adopted child. You both should be thankful that I even agreed to marry her, seriously. I don't even know why I stay with you two.
Stop calling her defective. Just because you are married to her doesn't give you the right to harass her. What you are doing to her is emotional abuse. And for the record, my mother is not a failure or incomplete. She is a good, noble woman.
Noble? You're the only one who believes that because she took you in. Look around. Do you know anyone else in this neighborhood who's not raising their own offspring?
I wouldn't know, Drake, and it doesn't matter who other people are raising. All I know is that I owe her my life. If she didn't adopt me and raise me as her own, I don't know where I'd be today. So yes, I believe that she's a strong and respectable woman because she changed another person's life forever.
You think you and your mom have a great story? But you see, she was just trying to fill her emptiness that came from not being able to have a child. She didn't adopt you for charity. Don't you get that? She's not as noble as you think. She is a selfish, greedy person who completed the missing piece with you.
Even if that was the intention at first, it doesn't change the fact that she has loved me very deeply. And her love towards me never changed. I am so thankful that she continued to prioritize me and kept me even after my parents got divorced.
I bet they got divorced because of you. I totally get why your dad will leave. He got sick of taking care of someone else's kid. Can you imagine having a stranger in the house and having to pay for them? I feel sorry for him.
I was not the reason why they got a divorce. They parted ways because they started to have major differences in opinions.
Yeah, I know. Your dad began to wish for his own child, right? He got sick of taking care of you instead of his own. This is why he married another woman and had a kid with her. You see, it's human nature to want an offspring. Your mom may have been satisfied with you, but you were never enough for your father.
If that is what you want to believe, feel free. But I am not upset about my parents getting a divorce, no matter the reason. They were hurting each other by staying married. I am glad they separated. It was the better choice for all of us.
Glad? You're saying you're glad that your dad is out of the picture now? Wow, what a cold-hearted person you are. I guess it doesn't matter for you much because neither of them are your real parents. You say you owe them, and yet you don't care about them getting divorced. What a hypocrite.
That is not what I am saying. It was painful to see my parents hurt each other, that is all. But yes, I am happy that my dad is out of my mom's picture. He was starting to hate her, but they prevented that by getting divorced. My mom and I were happy with just the two of us, until you came along.
Geez, don't make it sound like I ruined it. I didn't even ask her to live together. It was her who asked me, remember? She's the one who asked to marry me, and I was nice enough to say yes. But I never would have if I'd known what a failure she was.
She definitely made a mistake inviting you into our home. I love and respect her very much, but she clearly has bad taste in men. She always falls for the wrong one.
How rude of you to say that. You have no respect for your father. Don't they teach you in school nowadays?
I do not consider you my father. In fact, I don't think I ever will. I don't even want to accept that you are my stepfather.
Well, you know what? I hate brats like you too, so I don't consider you my daughter either. You are such a pain in the ass. Stupid teenagers. You think it's cool to be rebellious?
I'll be as rebellious as I can be to protect my mom. I know what you want from her. You're only after her money. There's no way you love her. You don't even care about her.
Like you know anything about love. You are a child. You don't have any experience with men, do you?
I may not have experience, but I can tell the difference between love and bad intentions. You only have the latter, I can tell. You are using her. You know that she is too kind. It's hard for her to say no to dependent people like you. She developed this feeling of wanting to take care of you so that she can help you become a better person. You saw it from the start, didn't you? And so you decided to take advantage of that. I know you don't love her. You were just playing along and seeking for the right time to take her money.
Don't act like you know anything about our relationship. It's complicated for a kid like you to understand. But if you must, you're forgetting about the part that Mom seems very happy taking care of me. So you should be happy for her, shouldn't you? Me being dependent fulfills her. Don't you think that's a good thing?
No, my mom is not happy, at least not anymore. She is in pain again because you talk down on her every day. Plus, you've been taking money from her.
She's a giver, unlike you. She gets satisfied from giving to me. So I assure you, she is happy. I know her much better than you do. You just don't like me. That's why it bothers you that she continues to take care of me.
Of course I don't like you. It's no secret. I mean, how could I ever like someone who talks to my mom like that? You call her names, degrade her. You even think it's funny. How can you live like that? Have you no shame? So no, I don't dislike you, Drake. I hate you. You are a horrible person.
Well, honey, it makes two of us because I hate you too. You are a horrible brat. At least we're on the same page.
Yeah, at least we are. By the way, I've noticed that you've been coming home very late recently. If you were seeing other women using my mom's money, I swear to God, I am going to make you regret it so badly. I will not tolerate you hurting my mom any more than you do now. Do you understand?
Boo-hoo, I'm scared. Ha ha ha. What can a powerless child like you do to me, huh? Stop trying to act like an adult. You can't do anything to hurt me. Now mind your business, you little brat.
Damn it, Mom. I hate Drake. He is so unworthy of you. Why do you waste your time on him?
Wow, Jessie. Hold your horse. What happened? Aren't you at school right now?
I am, but the teacher is sick, so my class got canceled. I'm in the library right now trying to study, but I am too irritated because of Drake.
Why are you so irritated? Did he do or say something to you?
Why do you stay with him? You should divorce him immediately. Mom, I love you very much. You are a wonderful, caring woman, and I have a lot of respect for you. But honestly, you have the worst taste when it comes to men. Why do you always fall for the wrong guy?
Jessie, you shouldn't say that to your own mother. Or at least, can you not be so frank?
You don't leave me much choice.
Drake wasn't so bad when I first met him. I don't know what changed him.
There are other men out there who are worth your time. Like the chiropractor you see every month, or the really kind manager at the supermarket. They all seem decent and responsible. But not Drake, Mom. He is a bad person.
What? My chiropractor?
Yeah, I mean, I only mentioned him as an example. But he's single. I did my research. He's super nice and professional. He would treat you so much better. You should date men like him rather than idiots like Drake.
Jessie, what are you talking about? Yes, I do realize that Drake is troubled, but I am still married to him. I'm not going to start hitting on my chiropractor just because my husband is mean to me. It doesn't work like that, honey.
Why the hell not? You think Drake keeps his fidelity to you?
Jessie! Enough, young lady. Please stop.
No, I won't because I know he is not faithful to you.
What?
I saw him with another woman, Mom. He is cheating on you.
You saw him? Where?
Yes, in downtown. I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you sooner, but I didn't know how to break it to you.
Are you sure it was Drake?
Yes, I am 100% sure. The woman was literally hanging on him, and he had his arm wrapped around her waist too.
That can't be. You must have seen wrong.
I know what I saw. I would never lie to you, Mom. Please believe me, you have to divorce him.
Drake is cheating on me?
All I wish is for your happiness, Mom. And we both know he won't bring you that, ever. He mocks you, calls you names. He doesn't respect you one bit. I can't spend another day hearing all the horrible things he says to you.
Are you talking about him calling me barren?
That is one of the things, yes. I mean, there is nothing wrong with you, Mom. You might not be able to have a baby, but that doesn't make you any less than other women. Regardless of your fertility, you are my mom, no matter what. And I refuse to let a pig like him abuse you.
He doesn't deserve you. Thank you, Jessie. That means a lot. Listen, there's something I need to tell you. I've been wanting to tell you for a while now. Do you have time to talk after school?
Of course, but what is it? You're scaring me.
It's okay. I will tell you once you get back. I prefer to speak in person about this.
Okay, I'll head home as soon as I finish my last class.
I decided to leave your mother. I'm not coming back to that old shack anymore. You let her know that, all right?
Interesting. Why the sudden change? I thought you wanted my mom's money.
I knocked up my girlfriend, which is a good thing since I've always wanted my own kid. So I don't need your mom anymore. I am divorcing her.
Wow. You knocked your girlfriend up?
Yup, that is what I said. I guess this is good news for you though, right? You should be glad that you don't have to see me anymore. I know I am. I get to say goodbye to your ugly, bratty face.
So you betrayed my mom, huh? What a jerk. And you were doing this today on purpose, aren't you? Because you know it's my birthday.
Oh, was it? I didn't know.
Don't lie, you know. You were right there in the dining room when my mom and I were talking about it this morning. You think it's funny to spoil my day, don't you? What a nasty bastard. You really can't get any lower than that.
It's only coincidence that I'm telling you today. My girl is about 10 weeks now. So I need to settle the divorce as quickly as possible and remarry my girlfriend before the baby arrives.
Oh wow, what a coincidence. You know, my mom is 10 weeks pregnant too.
Huh? Pregnant? How can she be pregnant?
Well, she is. They'll be born around the same time. How fun.
That can't be possible. She is infertile. She can't have any kids.
I know that's what you've been saying this whole time, but I guess she wasn't infertile. I mean, she wouldn't be pregnant if she was, right?
I don't know what you're trying to do, but that's not possible. Just ask your other father. They got divorced because he wanted a kid, but your mom couldn't give him one, even when she was younger than she is now. So how could she miraculously pregnant after all these years?
The reason why they never got pregnant was not her fault. It was his.
What?
I asked him already. My dad and his current wife tried many times for a baby but didn't get lucky. So they got tested and found out that my dad was the one with issues. It happens a lot, you know. Men can't have as much reproductive issues as women.
What? No way.
My parents used to fight because of this issue, which led to my mom to assume it was her fault. But she never got tested, so back then neither of them knew who had the issue. Now we know from both sides. My dad got tested and found out it was him, and my mom is also pregnant, which proves she was never barren.
Are you being serious? She is actually pregnant? I never imagined that would happen with her. But wait, is the baby even mine?
We both knew you were going to say something like that. My mom got a DNA test as soon as she reached the minimum requirement of 7 weeks. The baby is yours for sure. She would never cheat on you, even if you do, because she is a virtuous woman.
Well, so what? I don't care if the baby is mine or not. I am still not coming home. I have already made my decision. We are getting a divorce regardless of her being pregnant or not.
Just as a side note, may I ask why you want to get a divorce?
It's simple. I choose to stay with the woman I actually care about. I admit it, Jesse. You were right about me marrying your mom for her money. I don't have any feelings for her. I only stuck around because she gave me cash every time I asked. But now, I am having a kid with a girl I actually like. It's over between us. I won't be seeing either of you anymore.
We still have things to talk about. And you need to talk to my mom yourself. I am sure you still have a few things to clarify with her regarding the separation. At least have the courtesy to talk to her in person.
Courtesy? I don't need to be courteous to her. You got the message, so just deliver it. I have nothing more to say to either of you. Bye.
So, Drake, how are you and your girlfriend? I heard that you two are having some trouble connecting.
Huh? What did you hear about us?
She disappeared, didn't she? You don't know where she is, huh?
How the hell do you know? Is there a rumor going around?
You know she ran from you, right? Because she doesn't want you to find out the truth. She was afraid that it would piss you off so badly that you might do something to her.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know something?
Well, my mom and I wanted to share some information with you the other day. But you said you had nothing more to say to us and cut the conversation. So we never had the chance.
You little brat. Tell me what you know about her.
I've known that you've been cheating on my mom for a while now. I saw you with her when I was in downtown, and I did not keep it to myself. I told my mom, and after that she moved pretty quickly. She hired a private investigator to find out who she was. I mean, we got the gist by looking at your messages with her, but you know, we wanted to be thorough. And that is how we found out that she too was pregnant.
You went through my phone? You sneaky bitch? You and your mother?
I couldn't help it. I should add that I also went to her workplace. I had to know what kind of person she is to sleep around with a married man, you know?
You went to see her at work? Are you out of your mind? Who does that?
Yeah, she was pretty upset to see me there. She was desperate to get rid of me.
Who wouldn't be? How did you get into her office anyways?
Oh, it was easy. I pretended to deliver food to her, but was in complete shock when I went up to her and told her who I was. You should have seen her face! I mean, I don't blame her. Nobody would want their married boyfriend's stepdaughter in their office, I guess. She grabbed my arm and tried to drag me out of her office. She was ready to call security when I told her about my mom's pregnancy. I told her she'd be sued by my mom if she married you. That my mom would come after her for consolation money. And that you'll be paying for child support for years to come. She didn't like the sound of that either. She totally was not ready for that blow.
You threatened her? What are you thinking? She is pregnant, for crying out loud. You shouldn't have put her through that kind of stress.
Oh, I was just confirming if she was alright with the idea. I thought it was actually kind of nice of me to let her know in advance that you'd be paying for 2 kids instead of 1. You don't have any business paying for my child support, but you do with the baby my mom is carrying right now. You have to share the responsibility.
You are crazy. What else did you do? That couldn't have been it. She's not the kind of woman to get frenzied by a threat from a teenager.
Drake, you are seriously dumb, you know that? She dropped you in a blink.
What?
She was in such a panic after I told her that my mom would come after her. She switched her attitude very fast, you know. She asked not to come after her because she wasn't going to marry you. And she said that, in fact, already ended things with you. She assured me that it wasn't any of her business if we decided to sue you for child support.
What? She would never betray me like that.
Oh, but that's not all. I told her that she was responsible too, since she had a relationship with you knowing you were married. That it's too late, especially after getting knocked up by you. Do you know what she said to that? She said, "The baby is not yours." Maury would have a field day.
Huh? The baby isn't mine? Of course it is. What the hell are you talking about?
That woman is really sleazy, you know. She admitted to having relationships with multiple men all at once. So you weren't the only man she was seeing. It's too bad for you, I guess. You said you actually liked her, right? So how does it feel to know that she's been fooling you all this time? I was very impressed, though. You two really were a good match, weren't you?
Shut up, bitch. I don't believe you. She would never do something like that to me. You must be lying.
No, Jesse is not lying. Hello, Drake. So Jesse told you about me being pregnant, yes?
Catherine.
Yes, I'll take over from here. I apologize about Jesse confronting your girlfriend at her workplace. I do think she was being immature to let her emotions take over for revenge. It was a precarious move, but it is nothing compared to what you have done, Drake.
Whatever, Catherine. Is that all you have to say to me? Do you know where my girlfriend is now?
I actually went to see her too, after hearing about Jesse's conversation with her. I wanted to confirm what she was saying about the child was true. If it was, I wanted proof. So I asked her to take a DNA test like I did.
Do you have the results already? What did it say?
The baby is not yours. She was telling Jesse the truth.
No way. I don't believe it. So I was never going to be a dad?
The only person pregnant with your child is me. But of course, no, you are never going to be a dad. Because there is no way I will let you near my baby. We are done as a family. We are getting a divorce, just as you wished.
Wait a second. You can't decide on your own. I have the right to be part of their life. It's my child too.
The child will be better off without a father like you. I will raise the baby as a single mother. I will be just fine, especially since I have a thoughtful daughter who is always happy to help me.
The baby is mine too, not just yours.
Do I have to remind you how you treated me these past years? You took advantage of me and discarded me like trash as soon as you found another woman. What sort of father do you want to be, huh? You will not come near me or the baby. You are not worth to be in his life for a mere second.
Don't you be selfish, woman. You listen to your husband, now. Selfish? Husband?
Drake, what are you talking about? You said you were going to leave us for good. And now that you know the only child that's yours is the one I am carrying, you want to act like my husband? Don't make me laugh. You choose your side, didn't you?
Yeah, but clearly there's been a change in situation. I didn't know she was seeing other men.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you can't undo it anymore. You said you prefer to stay with the woman you actually like. So even if the baby is not yours, and even if your girlfriend has no feelings for you, you chose her. Suck it up and stand by your own decision. If you honor what you say you do, maybe somewhere along the way you'll become happy. Likely not, but maybe.
Are you trying to be smart with me? You think this is funny? Do you?
Who wouldn't? Oh, by the way, this is Jessie again. My mom doesn't have anything else to say to you. She is too busy for you today, especially since she has to go to her prenatal checkup. She'd rather spend time doing important things than to waste time on you.
You little brat.
You keep calling me that. Do you not know any other words to insult me? I can think of many to insult you. Like sleazeball, douchebag, dickhead, a personal favorite, prick, asshole. The list could go on.
Shut up. You really have rubbed me the wrong way. None of this would have happened if you'd stayed quiet. This is all your fault.
My fault? How is any of this my fault? Wow, Drake, you really are unintelligent. You took advantage of my mom, cheated on her, and decided to stay with your pregnant girlfriend. That is where you went wrong. But your girlfriend cheating on you is, well, karma, I guess. No, actually, that too is probably your fault since like attracts like.
It's your fault. You're a devil.
You should be thanking me instead. I'm the one who found out she was pregnant with someone else's child. If it wasn't for me, she probably would have fooled you for the rest of your life. You would have went on to raise a child thinking it's yours, while your girlfriend laughed inside, amused by how oblivious you were. Would you have preferred it that way?
If you say any more, I swear I'm going to hurt you.
Aw, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? Well, join the club. You've hurt my mom and I enough. You know, you called my mom a failure and defective. But as far as I can see, you and your girlfriend have failed life. You two have major defects that will never get fixed. You are missing an important piece in your heart that lets you understand other people's feelings. Without that, you are worthless as a human being.
Stop acting like you know anything. You are an evil child.
I warned you before, Drake. I told you I would not tolerate you hurting my mom. You thought I couldn't do anything because I am a powerless child? Clearly you thought wrong. You'll never get what you want. You're not worthy to ever become a father. My mom was able to get a divorce from him soon after. Having collected many evidences about Drake's infidelity, the court ordered him to pay my mom the full amount of what she had asked him. Although he has never paid child support on time, which of course is very annoying, both my mom and I are kind of satisfied since we got our revenge. Seeing his hope and dream of becoming a father shatter in front of him was the best part of getting back at him. We heard through the wind that, after a little while, Drake found his girlfriend who had ran away. Despite the fact that she was cheating on my mom, I guess he couldn't take that he'd been cheated on too. He confronted her and ended up physically abusing her. As much as I hate her, no man should ever raise their fist to a woman, and for that I feel sorry. He was arrested immediately and sentenced to 2 months in jail for domestic violence. After hearing that story, I felt really relieved that my mother was able to end things with him before it got out of hand. Considering his behavior towards us while he was married to my mom, I wish he was sentenced longer, but at least he got punishment for his stupid actions. My brother arrived 6 months after we got rid of Drake from our lives. I never thought I'd be a sister, and my mother never imagined she'd be having her own baby, so we were over the moon when he was born. The new addition to our little family has tightened our bond even stronger. Since we're missing a father figure in the family, I know there may be hardships ahead of us. But both Mom and I are optimistic for our future, since we have each other to look out for. I'll still have to keep an eye on my mom and her taste in men, but with my brother, who I know will be very protective of her in no time, I won't let anyone ever hurt her again. Alex, are you on your way home yet? I'm getting your supper ready. You will be home by the time it's done, won't you?
I don't need any supper.
What? Wait, are you still mad with me?
Duh. I'm pissed with your arrogant and condescending attitude. You do know you're in the wrong, don't you? I'll come home as soon as you apologize.
How am I arrogant and condescending? All I did last night was give you a gentle warning.
Well, it was uncalled for. I don't need you meddling in my shit, and I won't tolerate it. Keep your stupid advice to yourself.
You were being rude. I had to say something. I can't believe you'd say something so horrible to your sister when she's undergoing fertility treatment.
What's wrong with asking my sister how much her IVF treatment costs? Geez, you act like I shot someone. The way you apologized to her made it seem like I was the bad guy. Have you even stopped to think about how out of line that was? You were damn wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Your sister's fertility treatment is a delicate topic, Alex. Not only that, but when she told you how much it was, you kept making disdainful comments on how expensive it was and how you thought she was crazy for carrying on with it. Nobody needed to hear any of that, and it wasn't your place to say. It's one thing to have opinions. No one can hold that against you. But to voice them in such an inappropriate way, causing so much hurt to someone very obviously going through a hard time? Seriously, I have no idea what possessed you to think that that was an acceptable way to behave.
Jeez, woman. Get off my back. I was just making conversation. Besides, she was the one who came over and spoke to me after finishing up with the gynecologist. If she didn't want me to ask questions, then she should have left me alone.
You're her little brother. She's obviously going to come over and say hi if she sees you around town.
But she didn't just say hi, did she? She spoke to me about her fertility treatment.
Isn't that because you asked her whether she was pregnant yet? People don't necessarily only go to the gynecologist when they're pregnant. They go for all kinds of things like tests and consultations too. I don't think you should go around asking people about deeply intimate private affairs like that, even if they do happen to be your sister.
Shut the heck up, you annoying whiny banshee. You're like a goddamn broken record. There's no issue here. She's my brother's wife, and I can speak to her however I goddamn well please. So why should I have to walk around on eggshells with my own family?
Family or not, there are some things people don't want to be asked about. You haven't been asking the women at work weird questions too, have you? We live in an age where people are quick to report things, and society has become super sensitive to all kinds of harassment. You always hear stories of bosses getting in trouble for passing comments in the workplace these days. I think you should be a little more careful.
Jeez, Patricia, I know all this crap. Why do I need to hear it from you, my wife of all people? It doesn't take a genius to know you need to be careful about what you say in an age of cancel culture and political correctness.
Fine. Forget I said anything.
It's exactly this attitude of yours that pisses me the hell off.
It's not like I'm trying to be condescending or anything. I'm only saying these things because I love you.
And why do I need you to warn me about anything at all? You're not in a position to warn anyone about anything. Stop acting like a know-it-all, you pathetic high school dropout.
I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, Alex.
Shouldn't you be thinking about your own position instead of giving me unsolicited advice?
My position?
I'm a full-time employee with a steady long-term contract at a prestigious major global company. And you're a housewife who works some crummy part-time supermarket job. Where the hell do you get off acting like such a big shot?
I'm really not trying to act like a big shot, not at all.
I pay for you to exist, woman. I feed you, I clothe you, and I keep a roof over your head. You do well to remember that. You don't get sassy with the man of this house.
Please, Alex, why won't you try to understand where I'm coming from? I feel like everything I say automatically gets interpreted as an attack.
You're the one who doesn't understand anything. Just stop barking orders at me and we won't have any problems. I don't need your advice, 'cause thinking is a man's job. Reply unnecessary.
Alex, there's a parcel here for you. Did you buy something else?
What's the problem if I did? I bought it with my hard-earned money. What does it have to do with you?
I'm asking you because it does have something to do with me. I warned you about the spending on your credit card being way too high just last month. You've already used up this whole month's allowance already, and it's only the 5th. You're halfway into next month's budget, for crying out loud.
So what?
So stop spending money we don't have.
What's the issue here? We can still get by.
Only because I'm covering the excess with my wages from my part-time job.
So let me ask you again. What's the issue here?
There are nothing but issues here. You promised you'd leave my savings untouched so we could save for our future.
There's no harm in me spending a little here and there.
A little here and there? We haven't been able to save a cent in months now, Alex. Would you just cut it out and start thinking about our future for once? You have no idea how expensive things could get for us down the line. What about when we have kids? What about when we get old? What if one of us gets sick? We can't afford to be this irresponsible.
Are you still freaking preaching at me, woman?
I wouldn't have to if you didn't waste our money.
You shut your goddamn mouth.
Shut my mouth? God damn it, Alex. You're not a child anymore. It's about time you started taking the things I say to you seriously. These things are important, right?
Sure they are, but that doesn't mean you get to be on my back all the time like some freaking nagging machine that went into overdrive. Besides, this isn't even the first time I've heard any of this crap. It was only last week you wouldn't shut up about how my pension won't go very far. So obviously I need you to nag at me to save up extra money on top of it, do I? Because I'm clearly incapable of planning my own finances. God, you infuriate me.
Yes, I did say those things. And do you know why? Because you genuinely don't seem to have a clue about how to properly manage your finances. You're going to drag us both down into poverty if you don't stop your irresponsible spending soon.
And who are you, Warren Buffett? Is this how desperate to flex your financial knowledge that you'd belittle and demean your own husband? You think you're so much better than me? Huh?
Huh?
Let me make one thing clear. It's not a woman's place to be clever. All I need you to do is smile, look pretty, and cook my meals. It's time you knew your place. Believe me, you'll be easier to love if you act like a ditzy moron instead.
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
It's like I told you before. Stop barking orders at me.
How am I barking orders? All I'm saying is that I want you to work with me, to be on my team. We're supposed to be a couple.
I am working with you.
No, you're not. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, here we go again. What do you do when I tell you to stop talking back to me? Argue and start talking back to me. God, you're annoying.
What? So I'm supposed to just stop speaking, am I?
I'll be bringing some divorce papers home with me today.
What? Divorce papers? Why?
So that the next time you take this cocky, insolent attitude with me, I can divorce you immediately.
What the hell?
You don't want to get divorced, do you? If you value this marriage, I suggest you start acting like my ideal wife. If you don't, I'll divorce you faster than boat runs 100 meters.
Aren't you being a little excessive here? How have you reached the conclusion that this is the way to fix our problems?
Because you won't keep your mouth shut and cook my meals like a good woman. If you won't do your job, I'll have to replace you with someone who will. You used to be so obedient and lovable. I knew it. It's not just women's looks that depreciate as they get older. They lose everything that once made them attractive.
I'm hardly swooning at your behavior right now either, Alex. Is there any reason for you to speak to me like that?
If you don't like it, how about you start working a little harder to make me like you instead of constantly answering me back? Barking orders at me over every little thing sure as hell is not a good way to keep me in your life. God, you piss me off.
For the millionth time, I wasn't barking orders. I just gave you a few gentle warnings about certain things I thought you might find helpful. It's precisely because I love you that I say the things I do. You think I'd say them just to anyone? Because I wouldn't.
And I'm telling you, I'm sick of your crap. I'm serious about the divorce papers. I suggest you think very carefully about your behavior from here on out.
Got it. So I just have to do what you say?
That's right. Never, ever get that cocky, arrogant attitude with me again. You're going to start doing exactly as I tell you. As long as you do that, I'll provide for you forever. Reply unnecessary. Hey, Patricia, where are you right now? Did you go out and buy groceries?
Why?
Why? Wait, are you serious? Why? Did you just question me? I just got back from work. You know what that means. It means I'm hungry. Hurry up and get your ass back home and cook me 3 meals, of course.
Why?
Cut it out. Stop asking questions you already know the answer to. Who do you think that feeds and clothes you? Who do you think keeps a roof over your head? I work full-time, moron. It's your job as my wife to make sure there's food waiting on the table for me when I get home.
Sorry, I'm an idiot, so I don't understand.
Huh? What? Are you making fun of what I said before? In that case, let me make your order simple. Get back home and cook my dinner now.
Why?
Okay, bitch. You listen to me and listen good. You're an idiot, so listen to my orders and do as I tell you. You don't need to think. Just do as you're told.
Yep, I did as I was told and filed the divorce papers. I won't be coming home ever again.
Huh? You filed the divorce papers?
You said it yourself, right? That I ever got cocky with you again, I was to submit the divorce papers? Well, you'll be pleased to know I did as I was told. Because I have no intention of doing what you tell me.
So that's why you filed them? You're joking, right?
It's the truth. Take a look around the house if you don't believe me. You'll see that all of my personal belongings are gone. I have zero intention of ever coming home again.
Don't screw around with me, Patricia. Why would you file divorce papers without my permission?
I don't get why you're so upset. You were ready for a divorce yourself, right? Why else would you demand my signature for the papers? Why else would you sign them yourself? If that's not the behavior of someone ready for a divorce, then what is?
That doesn't mean I wanted you to actually file them. Who does that? Why did you take me seriously?
Wait, you mean you weren't serious about divorcing? Were you just using it as a threat to scare me into submission?
No, it's not that I was threatening you.
So what's the problem? You should be pleased, right?
Not one bit. If I told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? You weren't supposed to do everything I told you, you idiot. Try using your freaking head for once, for God's sakes.
Huh? But didn't you say you'd rather have a stupid wife than one who thinks for herself? You should be celebrating. Besides, I was sick of the way you were speaking to me and spending our money like it grows on trees. When you walked in and slammed the divorce papers down in my face, I knew it was a blessing in disguise.
A blessing in disguise. Don't talk crap. Stop treating divorce so lightly.
You're the one who treated our marriage lightly, Alex. The fact you signed the divorce papers should have meant that you were fully prepared to go through with it. How can you be mad at me when you put your own signature on the dotted line?
But I didn't expect you to actually go and file them so quickly.
So why did you bring the divorce papers home in the first place? You ignored everything I said to you and constantly talked down to me. You forced me to sign them.
Go and get some more marriage registration papers, now.
Why?
Don't ask questions. Do as I tell you. We're getting remarried. If you do that, I'll forgive you for this ridiculous stunt you pulled. Hey, Patricia, reply to me. Hey, Patricia, I'm begging you. Please respond. Please. Seriously, I'm begging you. Respond to me.
I made it perfectly clear you were going to contact my lawyer if there was anything you needed to say to me. How many times are you going to spam my inbox before you get the message?
Screw the lawyer. I want to speak to you directly. Can we speak on the phone?
I'm on the move right now, so I can't.
I see. I heard you quit your part-time job.
Yeah, it's too far from my new house for me to make it.
New house? Where do you live now?
Like hell, I'm telling you.
Let's meet up and talk.
I don't have time for that. That's why I asked you to go through my lawyer.
But I want to speak to you. Patricia.
Well, I don't want to speak to you. Besides, the last time we met to discuss the distribution of asset with my lawyer, you followed me for 2 hours after we got done, when we were supposed to go our separate ways. That's why there's no way we're ever meeting again. I'll do everything in my power to avoid it.
But why? Why are you so desperate to avoid me? Not long ago, we were husband and wife.
But not anymore. We're nothing but strangers now.
Patricia, how about me and you give things another try? I'm genuinely sorry.
What's the point in apologizing now? It's too little, too late. I'm pleased though. At least if you realize you were in the wrong, you might be able to become a better person and avoid making the same mistakes again. Maybe your next marriage will work out better.
But it's you I want, Patricia. No one else.
I thought you said I was annoying. You were livid every time I questioned your behavior, right? Why would you have any interest in being married to a woman who makes you feel like that? Are you sure you're not idealizing things?
I'm ready to come clean. It's time for absolute honesty, Patricia. I was never serious about divorcing. I just got mad when you nagged me about things. The divorce papers were nothing but a threat. I figured if I could scare you a little with the threat of losing me, you'd never nag at me, and we could live happily ever.
Huh? I didn't need you to tell me that.
Huh? Wait, you knew?
Yep, that was my hunch all along.
But if you knew, then why?
Because I couldn't forgive you for using threats to get your way. I was only ever thinking about what was best for us as a couple. But the only person you cared about was yourself. That's not all. You treated me like a piece of dirt on the bottom of your shoe. You mocked and ridiculed me for being a high school graduate, for being a woman, for being a housewife. You made me feel like I wanted to crawl into a hole and die. Maybe you couldn't tell or didn't care, but everything you said to me hurt me a lot.
I'm sorry.
As if the bullying and emotional abuse wasn't enough, you were wasting all of our money with your irresponsible spending habits on top of it. I told you this when you handed me the divorce papers. But I felt like an idiot for trying so hard to make our marriage work when you clearly didn't care. You trampled on my feelings at every single opportunity and made my life a living hell.
I'm sorry, babe. I mean it. If you give me one more chance, I'll never say anything to hurt you again. I'll never make fun of you for being a high school grad, a woman, or a housewife ever again. I swear. You can even give me advice and caution me about anything you want, and I'll never complain about it. I'll give you words, careful and thoughtful consideration.
It's too late for that, Alex. We're divorced now.
I know that, but I want another chance, baby. Please. I'm begging you. Let's give marriage one more shot. This time, things will be different. This time, I'll love you. I'll cherish you. I'll treat you with much more respect. You won't even believe I'm the same person. Please. You have to give me another chance here, Patricia. I can't get by on my own. The house is filthy. I've been living on a cup noodles, and unpaid bills are piling up.
Wow, are you kidding me? So the only reason you want us to get married again is so I can be your live-in servant because you're totally incapable of looking after yourself?
No, it's not like that.
I suggest you learn how to handle your own affairs. I did not marry you to be your personal butt wiper, you tragic man-child.
I'm telling you, baby, I can't do this on my own. I asked my parents, but they're completely ignoring me. I sent them 3 paragraphs explaining how desperate I am. And all they bothered to send me was 3 words, do it yourself. They won't even reply anymore.
Wow, so you went crying to mommy and daddy too? Is that why you're messaging me now? You really are a walking tragedy. I've never met a human being as incapable as you.
Stop it, Patricia. You think I enjoy being this way? It's not my fault. I lived with my parents right until we got married. How can you expect me to know how to live on my own?
I know that. That's why I tried teaching you how to do housework, among many other things when we moved in together. But every time I tried, you got mad because those things weren't a man's job. You said you'd give your all to make things work when we first got married. You promised to pull your weight. Sure, maybe you're in a crappy situation now, but do you know whose fault that is? Yours. You only have yourself to blame.
I really am sorry, babe.
Even a little kid can apologize. Your words are meaningless.
Surely you're struggling too, right, babe? It can't be easy to get back on your feet after a divorce as a part-time housewife. You know, you're more than welcome to live with me until you get your life back in order.
Oh, that's fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm already working full-time.
What?
Did you think I just sat around doing nothing for the month after you slammed the divorce papers in my face and forced me to sign them? I thought seriously about my future and took the necessary steps to ensure I'd land on my feet after the divorce.
Patricia, please, I'm begging you. Please, will you at least think about remarrying me? You don't have to give me an answer now. Just let me know you'll consider it. I've been an idiot, a fool. I was the one who needed you all along.
That's great, honey. I'm pleased you finally understand. Unfortunately for you, I'm sick of you. You're the one who put divorce on the table. All I did was take you up on it. I'll never look after a wasteful, abusive, domineering lowlife like you again for as long as I live. Reply unnecessary. After that, I got a new phone and changed my number so my ex-husband wouldn't be able to pester me with his groveling messages. My lawyer did get a few more messages from Alex, but they were about the most pathetic things you could imagine, such as questions on how to pay the gas bill or how to sell a house. Eventually, even my lawyer reached his wit's end and told him to look into it by himself. A few weeks after the divorce, Alex's big brother paid his wayward sibling a visit to check up on how he was doing. Apparently, he found him huddled up in the corner of a filthy room full of empty cup noodle cartons and beer bottles, crying hysterically in the fetal position. It looks like his fundamental lack of basic life skills is finally coming back to bite him. According to Alex's big brother, his entire family has decided to operate on a tough love policy of not offering him any support, in the hope it'll lead him to finally learning the skills needed to live and support himself. And that's not all. Apparently, Alex started behaving so horribly to his subordinates at work after the divorce that he was summoned to a disciplinary meeting, demoted, and slapped with a huge pay cut. It was hard for me to commit to the divorce at first due to all the memories of how good things were at the start of our marriage. But eventually, I realized you can't live on memories, and I did what I had to do. Now, I don't have a single regret. I found myself a new job after moving, and now I'm super fulfilled by my somewhat hectic and incredibly rewarding work life. I don't have to tolerate abuse or wasteful spending from anyone anymore. Now I can finally live on my own terms while saving up money at my own pace. My stress levels are non-existent, and I'm having a blast. I'm so excited to find out what my fresh start holds in store for me. And for the first time in a long time, I'm filled with happiness and optimism for the future.